Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent. But be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NCAA, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the near south side of Indianapolis, Indiana. Lutheran High School is the site, and our matchup is a semi-state football between Lutheran Saints, number 1 in Class 1A, and the number 9 West Washington Senators. Alongside Keith Myers, I'm Jonathan Mathis. For Lutheran, this is not an infrequent trip for them. This is the 4th straight year that they've been to semi-state, one step away from a state championship. And each of the last 3, it's come up just short. 1 possession losses the last 2 years, and for the Saints and head coach Dave Pasch, they're looking to change the script on that one and get to Lucas Oil for the first time. For West Washington, they haven't played in semi-state in a quarter of a century. The last time they went to state was 26 years ago, and if you do the math, that was a long time before any of these competitors were born. So it's brand new territory for West Washington, and the Senators have had to get here through grit, guile, and next man upship. Several of their key players were hurt earlier in the year. One of their star defensive ends, Caleb Murphy, who's going to IU, missed effectively the entire season. Yet, all West Washington did was win 12 of their 13 games, and they are here looking for their first trip to the state title since 1993. And to help bring all of this coverage, I want to welcome to the booth Keith Myers. Welcome to Semi-State, Keith.
Well, I'm pretty excited about tonight's game. This should be a great matchup. Both of these teams playing very, very well. West Washington is 12-1. The last time they lost was against Salem, their foe, in October 18th this year. For Lutheran, they're 13-0. The last time they lost, Jonathan, November 16th, 2018. Incredible football.
It's been quite a while, and if you just look at what this stage means, this level of football, you've coached, you've been a referee, you've done everything. What does it mean for those coaches preparing the players to participate and excel here? You're one step away.
First of all, it's the kids and it's the school. The school benefits from it because now you're playing and you're on stage where 12 other teams are playing tonight. So that's a good thing. For a team, you've been practicing since early July and before then. And this is where you get the kids' mindset when it's 90 degrees and say, when we get in November, here's what we're going to do. And the kids start believing in you. And both of these coaches motivate their kids, and they got great success stories to motivate those kids because they want to play one more night.
And for tonight's game, the game time weather information, this is what Keith was talking about. When it's 90 degrees, you're preparing for when it's 35 degrees, yes, which it is right now. And it will hold steady at 35. When what little wind there isn't much, will be out of the east at 2 miles an hour. And the chance of rain, snow, or anything unpleasant is non-existent. It's going to be 0. It's going to be that way for a while, which is good to have a clean slate for both of these teams.
You know, we walked down on the field earlier today with the officials and the coaches, and it's in a good shape, and it's not wet, and there's not that much of a wind, so the wind won't be a factor, and the turf won't be a factor. They cut the grass today. You did a nice job doing the lines. Yes. Jonathan did a nice job, and we're ready to play football.
Yeah, you can see I added that little black circle just for
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, good.
Looking at the Lutheran Saints, they can get you in a little bit of every way, and we'll talk about the key players later. But that versatile offense where they can go through the air and on the ground is going to be invaluable tonight.
Yeah, their toughest game was against Covenant Christian in the sectional semifinals. That was their toughest game, I feel, on the way to this semi-state. And what Covenant did is they put many guys in the box and made them force them and to pass the ball. In the second half, that's what they did, and they were very successful.
For West Washington, I said in the beginning they've had to step up through injuries, and they've excelled in that. And to do so, they've had just all their skill players have been steady and resilient. Who are you expecting from them tonight?
Quarterback's the key tonight. He's got to control the whole entire offense, and he has to listen to the plays, and he has permission to check off, which is amazing to me. A high school kid as a junior goes, oh, I can check off. But he would be the key. He's the coach's son, so him and Dad's talk about this game plan probably all week long.
If you're going to be successful this evening, limiting turnovers is going to be crucial, especially when you have 2 of the top teams in a class like what we have here tonight, 2 top 10 teams.
Yeah, turnover, because one turnover could cost you the game. time possession as well. You want to control the ball as much as possible.
Now, this is not the only game going on in the state. There are several others, and this is the only one that we have. But if you look around semi-state, there's 12 games. There's 24 teams left. What some of the matchups that jump out to you?
Well, the Maryland-Carmel game matches out to us because I think Merrillville can win that game. I think the 6A matchup that I'm really curious is the Ben Davis-Center Grove game. I believe in all my heart whoever wins that game could win the 6A state championship.
And what's interesting about that, Keith, is both of them, there were early parts in the season where there was a lot of doubt about Center Grove and Davis.
Well, a lot of them thought they'd never make it to the sectional final, let alone get to the semi-state.
And here they are.
In 4A, you look at let's go to 3A real quick. You got Heritage Hill and Danville, both of those big teams. You've seen Danville play. They're very good. Heritage Hill is huge. That could be a good matchup. The one that we'll keep our eye on is Mount Vernon Evansville Memorial down in Evansville. That's a huge game for Mike Kirshner and that ball club. Just 2 years ago, Jonathan, they were struggling to get 4 wins a year, and right now they're on their way possibly to Lucas Oil Stadium with a win tonight.
That has to be. It's one of the most improbable runs to semi-state in recent memory, just the quick turnaround that Kirshner has had at Mount Vernon.
Well, you talk about turnaround. How about Western Boone, Triton Central? Both of those teams, storybook history this year. Western Boone playing very, very well, ranked number 1. But I tell you what, Triton Central, a game we had last Saturday, played one of the best games that I've ever seen. Controlled the ball the whole entire third quarter. All 12 minutes and 2 minutes of the fourth quarter before they scored that winning touchdown. So that's pretty impressive.
In the last few seconds we have before our first commercial break, I want to get your impression on the other 1A game. The winner of this gets either Adams Central or Central Catholic, and you're very impressed with the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights are very good. They've only played 4 1A schools all year long. Guess when that is?
Is it maybe in the postseason?
Yeah, the postseason. Everything else has either been 3A or 4A. That's incredible. That's a great thing. One thing about the Saints, though, on a wet surface, we don't know what it is up at north. On a wet surface, they're not as good as they have been. And I really think this could be the year that the Adams family pushes across.
Well, we'll see. And what we'll see next is we'll take a peek at both of our teams, the Lutheran Saints and the West Washington Senators, next on Indiana SRN.
Life Centers offers love and compassion to all women and men who come through our 8 centers. The goal of this love and compassion is that we would not only save babies from abortion, but also transform lives and create families. The forms of this love and compassion are our services. All of our services are offered free of charge to our clients. To learn more about Life Centers, contact us at lifecenters.com or call us at 317-280-2635. Life Centers. We choose compassion.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lutheran High School. And if you would like to keep tabs on everything we're doing, whether it's football, wrestling, basketball, everything, this is how to do it. Follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN.
Yeah, we're 12 away from getting 1,000. 1,000 Twitter follower receives a gift card for $55 from Aspen Creek Grill. And you don't even have to take Jonathan with you. You got to take me, but not Jonathan. $55 gift card. Let's get that number tonight.
Yeah, I got hosed on that deal. Who's not getting hosed are our 2 competitors, West Washington and Lutheran, and we're going to take a peek at both of them, starting with the visitors. West Washington, they traveled 104 miles to get up here, almost straight up, as the crow flies. You have to do a little dog leg. But for West Washington, they're very big on the defensive front. They're very athletic in the backfield. They've got a little bit of everything, Keith.
Yeah, they do. And the key is run, throw. Run, throw. Maybe it changed up tonight, but really their offensive line controls the line of scrimmage. They win a lot of games.
Orchestrating everything, you alluded to him, is their junior quarterback, number 2, Holden Bousman.
Yeah, Bousman has been the real deal all year long. He's the coach's son. Look at it passing. The impressive number is 37 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's remarkable for the junior who's done a great job all year long.
And he has a lot of key weapons to go to. A player who's been excelling. You're going to see his offensive numbers next. But defensively, last couple weeks, number 4, Chase Farmer, the senior receiver and safety, has played fantastic.
Yeah, he's been lights out. Good kids play well when the lights are on. And, you look at Chase's numbers. I'm impressed with the 35 catches. It takes a long time to catch. I couldn't even catch one, let alone 35. So Chase will be a key factor defensively.
Chase Farmer has had 3 interceptions in each of the last 2 games. So he'll snag them on offense, snag them on defense.
And he's not afraid to hit you. He'll hit you first.
Oh, and he's not the only main receiver for West Washington. With 72 catches, Harrison Sanford has been phenomenal, the senior number 3.
Harrison's probably the most valuable player on this team because he catches the ball and all he does is run. 13 touchdowns all year long. He averaged 14 yards a catch, which means he'll hit and he'll keep driving.
They have 2 main running backs. They rotate the roles. Neither of them are at 1,000 yards yet. But Mason Armstrong and Roper McFeeters, they each bring us something a little different.
Yeah, they're almost like Tom and Jerry, if you will. One's very slide and quick. The other one is just smash back football, a very good athlete. And both of these kids will touch the ball a lot tonight.
The starting lineup for them, running through them, there's Bousman at quarterback, Armstrong we're expecting a running back, Harrison Stanford and Farmer, who we just spoke about at receiver, and then 2 key tight ends. Glenn Rankin is more slightly built, but he ends up being more the blocker, and then a really strong Jacob Strange, who we're seeing, he plays defensive end, and he looks like a defensive end.
Yeah, we saw him on the field, and we look at each other and go, he's big. He can play post in the basketball ranks.
On the opposite side of the field, wearing the home uniforms, the Lutheran Saints, they do a little bit of everything fantastic. They don't do anything bad, is what I'm trying to say.
No, they're very deliberate in what they do, and they know how to play football, and they played with each other for such a long time that they probably know the play that's coming before even coach makes the call.
And someone who's made the right call more often than not, their junior quarterback, Blake White.
Yeah, Blake has done it all. He's done a great job this year. You see his numbers, 153 yards, 2165. That's pretty impressive. 24 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
He has 4 receivers who have between 23 and 38 catches. How is that possible in a 1A school?
You just pass it around. You throw it, you swing it, and when you swing it, you know where you're going to go. And all of the receivers are big and tall and can catch the ball.
I think those 4 receivers, Logan Beard, Jalen Elliott, Joe Falbian, and Luke Snow, are very impactful. But if you've known anything about Lutheran football for like the last 3 years, it's a one name, and it's Marcus McFadden. Yeah,
McFadden is the all-world athlete, if you will. He plays very, very well, slow, nice built, 203 catches, 1788 yards, 37. Yes, folks, 37 touchdowns.
Defensively for Lutheran, we had their game as a network last week. They do a really good job. The linebackers just clean things up. Each of their starting 5 linebackers, all 5 of them, have at least 70 tackles.
Yeah, they dare you to throw the ball, then they dare you to run the ball, and you got to run to. They can close and have very quick speed. This is probably one of the fastest teams that we've seen probably all year this Lutheran Ball Club.
What did you learn about just last following this team? You're very in tune with the sport. If you look at both of these teams, start with Lutheran because we were just talking about them. But what have you learned about Lutheran over the course of the season, where they've come so close so often, and then this year it seems like everything's coming together, and they play in a brutal conference for a 1A school.
They have. They had to go through. They beat everybody in their conference, and let's look at the conference. They played Triton Central, very good team. Cecina, who was very, very good. Beech Grove, who has been exceptionally well the last couple of years. Monrovia was a little down this year, but the newcomer was Cascade, who surprised a lot of people. So they have been tested all year long, and I think they've been tested during the sectional time as well. Lutheran has played very, very well, but they've been deliberate. Coach Patch probably reminds them that the last time they lost on this field was 14-7 last year in a semi-state. That doesn't want to happen this year.
What about West Washington, the perseverance that they've demonstrated?
Well, it starts with the coach. This week, this coach has a new pacemaker in his heart. He had a stroke. He went to the hospital. They took care of it. He has the determination to win at all the time.
And taking a peek coming out on the field, the Lutheran Saints have emerged, running into the end zone. They are the winners of the Indiana Crossroads League, undefeated, undisputed #1, and they're going to put that on the line tonight.
Yeah, you're 13-0, and you're in. got to get this home crowd involved very quickly and got to keep them in the game.
Now we're about to run out. We have a nice camera shot from our cameraman Riley Thomason. And joining behind them, emerging, you'll see him coming around the back. That's West Washington, the winners of the Patoka Lake Conference, and they were undisputed. They dominated that one.
They dominated the conference. They have dominated that conference the last couple years. Both of these teams, I love how they run out the whitey uniforms for West Washington, and, of course, the Saints just running by them. They are looking for – this is going to be hard-hitting, fun game. If you haven't got your popcorn, you got 3 or 4 minutes to get your popcorn, get your Coke, kick back, relax, and we're going to have a well of a game for you.
And get a blanket. Let's take a quick peek at the tail of the tape between these two teams. What stands out at you, Pete?
I think this touchdowns are pretty much even. Rushing yards per carry is pretty even. This is just a matchup. I don't know what Johnny Harold says, but I think this could be maybe a 7-point game here if everything works out. All of them played very, very well, very good. Should be a very interesting ball game. I love the tail of the tape. That's a new feature for us. Good job, guys, for giving that to us.
The prediction.
Yes,
you want to know?
Yes, sir.
Lutheran by 1.
Oh, my God.
And the over-under for John Harrell's is 83.
There you go.
So we're going to step away for the anthem. When we come back, keys to victory for both of these teams. You're watching semi-state football in Indiana SRM presented by the Indianapolis Colts. Next, Lutheran Saints and the West Washington Senators play for a chance to go to Lucas Oil Stadium on Indiana SRN.
In today's fast-moving business world, effectively marketing your company takes hard work, creativity, and the right team. With over 40 years of experience, PIP has been enabling companies large and small to find success in achieving their business objectives. We understand the challenges our clients face. That's why we have a variety of print solutions suited to fit your every need. Whatever your printing request may be, from a quick turnaround on a company brochure for an upcoming trade show, a direct mail piece that needs to be designed, printed, and mailed, to complex marketing projects, PIP is sure to have the right print solution for you. Nothing grabs attention like a well-crafted sign. It can transform virtually any surface into an eye-catching experience, boosting your marketing appeal. From banners, posters, floor graphics, and window decals, to wayfinding and yard signs. We not only help with sign design and getting it installed, we also integrate them into your overall marketing strategy, designed to help you win. PIP also provides best-in-class integrated marketing solutions to help you make the most out of your next campaign. Our approach to marketing ensures that your strategy is seamlessly executed across all media, online and offline, so your business always looks its best. At PIP, we understand it takes a team to achieve business growth, and that's why we're here to help. Get to know PIP and let us make your world a better place.
Welcome back, everyone, to a place that is certainly fired up. The two captains meeting us center field. That's Lutheran in maroon and burgundy. It is West Washington in white. Keith Myers, Jonathan Mathis with you in the booth. Keith, what are some keys to victory that you see for both of these teams, starting with the visitors, the West Washington Senators?
If you're West Washington, you had a 2-hour drive, so that could be a tell factor. But I tell you what, they got here early enough. They've been in the locker room, went to talk to Coach Phil, and he says, my kids been relaxing. They've got tape. They're ready to go. They need to control the line of scrimmage, and they need to score when they get in the red zone. If you're Lutheran, you're home, you're used to the facility. You didn't have to travel around. You got your Chick-fil-A. You probably hang out with your girlfriend this afternoon, and you're ready to play. Turnovers are very much the key here. You cannot turn the ball over, especially in the red zone.
Lutheran won and deferred to the second half, so West Washington will get to see their unique offense. They almost run a full house, four horsemen type offense. At times they move three running backs into the backfield.
Yeah, you're going to have the toughest time because you got to guess who has the football because they hide it very well. And you see, I watched the film last week. I lost a football 3 or 4 times scouting this team.
Well, we'll see. Getting ready for kickoff. The One to do the honors. Number 12, Michael Joseph, the backup quarterback, a sophomore. He'll be ready, waiting to return Roper McPherson, or Roper McFeeters. He has returned 11 kicks this year with a 22.4-yard average. All that's at stake tonight is a chance to play for a state title. A moment no one will ever forget if you're there. And if you're not there, you'll forever remember how close you came.
And you'll never have to play outside again when you win this thing tonight.
And here's the opening kickoff. Joseph drives it on the ground, a bounder that is picked up about the 15-yard line. Decent return to the 31. Okay field position for West Washington.
Olin Bozeman on the return. In on the stop for the Saints.
The starting quarterback for West Washington, number 2, Holden Bozeman Jr. He's completed 144 of his 211 passes, 68%, 2,086 yards, 25 touchdowns to just 7 picks. And he's back in the gun with McFeeters. Rolling near us, throwing near us, and incomplete on the first pass of the game, the intended receiver, Harrison Sanford.
Nice job, rollout, had the guy open. You know, you touch the ball. People say at this time, you touch the ball, you should have caught the ball. Might have been a little bit short for him, or long for him. Nice play though, wide open and had plenty of protection.
You'll be used to seeing these normal receivers. The players for both teams, they play both ways a lot, including all the skill players on offense. 2 back with Bozeman. He'll hand it off on second down, and he's not getting much anywhere. Back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, nice job, nice surge, nice defense of just plugging the hole. And it looked like he was going to get 2 or 3 and didn't get any. So now it's 3rd down. We'll go at 3rd and 9. We'll give him a yard there.
We'll give him a yard. McFeeters and Mason Armstrong will show Bozeman in the backfield. Bozeman looking, throwing. It's a first down if it's caught. But the defender drops them, and they're going to say their feet were tangled, incomplete. And slow getting up is the West Washington receiver. Can be a little, when it's cold out there, those stingers hurt a little bit more than normal.
Yeah, you know, he looked like he made contact with the turf wide open. Might have the air wind knocked out of it.
That was Harrison Stanford. He's off the field standing. We have a brief little stop here. But just first little blush, what'd you see? That Lutheran defense looks very ready for this.
Yeah, they're ready to play. They got their ears held back, and they're ready to go. They're putting a little bit of pressure. You know, a couple of times, though, receiver, he makes that catch, he's going. So that is there for West Washington. They just need to capitalize on it.
The punt will be the quarterback. Holden Bozeman will take a couple of hops, then be not fielded. Scooting out of the way was Marcus McFadden and Montez Clay. And Lutheran will have fantastic field position, close to midfield, about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, both teams have started in great field position. Now let's see what West Washington's defense will look like here.
If you see something, we notice this. The defensive front for West Washington looks anything but that of a 1A typically. They're normally a lot smaller.
Yeah, you know, 1A football that we've seen most of this year, 18, 19 kids on the sideline. This week, 35 kids on each sideline or more.
The quarterback for Lutheran is Blake White, a junior. An interesting tidbit of this game, both quarterbacks juniors. White is 153 of 258, 59%, 2,100 yards to the air, 24 touchdowns to 8 picks. Almost a false start, but hands it off to McFadden. Marcus cuts back almost to the 40-yard line, down at the 39. Marcus McFadden, we featured him. He's going to be a huge player tonight if they're going to be successful.
Might have got away with a motion. It looked like the tight end moved a little bit, but the official said he'd be set. So second down and about 4.
Second down, 4 yards to go.
A long for Lutheran. 3 to the top of your screen. Logan Beard was one of them. Jalen Elliott another, and Montez Clay. It'll be a handoff to McFadden. Close to a first down. If he turns the legs, he has it, and he will by a yard.
Yeah, got the first down, and he carried 2 guys with him. He seems like he's ready to play tonight, too. First down and 10. First down of the night.
I like you have, this is old school where you have the quarterback and the receiver both coming over to get the call from Dave Pash.
One has the play, the other has the formation.
So the near receiver is Joe Falbian. The quarterback, Blake White, the running back with him, McFadden, and 3 receivers again to the top. No Elliott and Beard. It'll be the first pass of the game, first completion of the game, and a good run after the catch. Still moving.
My.
First down.
What a play. They had him nailed at the 50, turned that little spin, and went another 5-6 yards, got the first down.
Montez Clay, the sophomore, gets his 11th reception of the game, of the year. Now they flip the formation, the 1 receiver to the top of your screen, the 3 to the bottom. Clay, who had that last catch, is in the middle. McFadden trying the near side, snuffed out, but no, he eluses by him. He's still moving, spinning across the 35, down at the 30.
Boy, he was there, Jonathan. He was stopped at close to the 45, spun out of it. He just took his time, followed his blockers all the way down the field, 1st and 10. What a great first possession for Lutheran.
Trenton Benskin had him dead to rights, and then McFadden showed what makes him so special. He's rushed for now over 1,800 yards this season with 36 touchdowns, and he's still in the backfield with White. Blake with the snap, looks to throw, quick screen. He has his second completion, another good gain for Logan Beard. He has another first down, and Lutheran is cutting up West Washington.
Yeah, play after play, all positive plays here this first possession. And running the clock, taking the clock out of the game here. 9 minutes to play, first quarter.
White and McFadden in the gun, a sight we're going to see most of the night. The 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. The nearest is Elliott. He's joined by Falbian in the middle, and Beard, who just had the last catch. It'll be a run. It's McFadden. Fights through 1, still moving across the 20-yard line and down at about the 15.
Boy, he just shook off the defender like it was a piece of paper. Trent Benskin had him down right for a loss, and he picks up another first down.
It's almost like the Tide. The Lutheran Saints, every time they touch the ball, they're getting a first down. There's 3 receivers to the top are Elliott, Clay, and Beard. At the bottom is Falbian. Keeping, throwing, Falbian at the 10. He's moving to the 5, and he's out of bounds right there.
Nice play by the defender of playing the sidelines, using the sidelines as the second defender, shoved him out of bounds. But he's getting close to about the 5-yard line. Mark it at the 5, 6.
Yeah, about the 6. First and goal for the Lutheran Saints, who've looked every bit the number 1 team that they have been for most of this year. 2 in the backfield with White. White will give. McFadden will cut. He's going to be close. He's short. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, McFadden that time maybe juked where he should have not. If he should have went straight up, I think he had the touchdown if he went straight up and followed his blockers. But, you know, he's down there. We're up here. 2nd down and about on the 2.
Clay joins McFadden and White in the backfield. Clay's number 2. Now he's the one motioning away. It's given to McFadden. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Lutheran. It's 6-0 Saints.
Pretty good possession, huh?
I don't think you could draw that one up any smoother, really.
Nope. 2-yard run for a touchdown.
Doing the honors on the extra point is Micah Mattis, who is almost perfect. 66 for 67 is the junior on the year.
Yeah, he's been automatic all playoff long.
We'll see. Clean snap, clean hold, little rotation, kick up, kick good. It's 7-0 Lutheran. You're watching 2019 Semi-State Football on Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
Our family has been very happy working with Wallflower Pictures,
because they make sure that I get the acting skills that I need in this industry and the education that I need.
Wallflower Pictures supports UV's journey in the industry. They're very passionate about his growth, and they're very professional and attentive to our needs.
And I truly believe in the projects I've worked on, like For the Boys and The Walk.
We love working with Wallflower Pictures.
Welcome back, folks. If you'd like to follow most of our games, including this one, you can go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, you won't have to miss a game. You got basketball, you got swimming, you got track, you got baseball, swimming, whatever you want to watch. It's right there on our YouTube channel, Indiana SRN.
It's also a good way to study up on teams you might be broadcasting in the near future.
There you go.
Mattis will do the honors, kicking off for the Saints, who lead 7-0 after a dominant opening drive. This one pretty good. Be fielded on the run. Up the middle, down just shy of the 30.
Here's the replay for the touchdown. It's just student body. He just took the fake, easy, walked in, touchdown.
This will be a very telling drive how West Washington, they've responded to adversity all year long, but they got to do it here again. That was just a dominant run by Lutheran.
Key possession here.
Here's your full house backfield. The Notre Dame box. Pseudo is a handoff to the tailback. A good run. Still swerving was Mason Armstrong. Best play of the game for West Washington. It'll be bring up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, got 7 yards. The line at time, Jonathan, blew off the defensive line. If they can do that consistently tonight, it's going to be very, very close ball game here.
There's the touchdown once more.
That's a ground floor camera. Nice shot there.
37-yard line, 2nd down.
Got the A-team working tonight.
We do. It's nice. We got all the versatile cameras. In the shotgun is Bausman. He wears number 2. The man in motion is number 3, Harrison Sanford. Bausman will roll that way. He's got to roll quickly. He's in trouble. He gets out of it and throws a strike down the sideline. That's caught by a coach.
Yep. And both feet was not even 1 foot was in the bounds. That's an incomplete pass.
Do as I say, not as I do. It'll be 3rd and 3.
I tell you what, I thought he was going to get caught, Jonathan, because that speed, the defensive end was closing in.
Looks to be in the backfield will be Bausman, number 2, and Mason Armstrong, the senior, number 5, who had 907 rushing yards before that last one. But 2 main runners, Armstrong and McFeeters, neither at 1,000, though both have been very effective. Here's a little pop pass. Needing to make something out of nothing and hit hard was Chase Farmer. He might have lost a yard, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. 4th and short. What do you do, Coach?
Myself, I punt the ball.
You have to. Not the sustained drive that West Washington was looking for. It's going to be up to their defense, most likely, although the punting unit is effectively identical to the normal offense since the quarterback is the punter.
If you will, you might want to watch the hard count here. I think they're going for it, Jonathan.
And Bausman is very good at drawing snaps. They will go for it. They'll hand it back up, and Armstrong stopped.
Yep.
Into the backfield, Peyton Knight and everyone else.
There's that defensive look right there. Nice job by the defensive end.
There's the linebackers are all across the bottom, and they were in the backfield, including Knight, number 54.
Ball spotted, 38-yard line.
All right, defense for West Washington. Time to make a stand. They've trailed in 3 games this season. Most recently last week, though, when West Washington was mostly out of it for the first half before coming back in a roaring 3rd quarter to win the game against North Decatur. White hands it off. McFadden. It is not McFadden. It's number 3, Dante Akins, and he has another good run. It doesn't matter who's running for Lutheran.
Akins did a nice job. He hesitated in the backfield, waited for his blocks, and then proceeded to go downfield. Got 9, 2nd and 1.
Akins will stay in the game. Akins, 47 carries, 247 yards, 3 touchdowns entering tonight.
I don't think Lutheran has had a negative gain yet this game.
They haven't. Here's Akins. And it's not going to start now. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there you
third
go.
and short.
Send your hate mail to coach at Indiana SRN. It's fine.
Good defense by West Washington.
Number 70, Trenton Benskin.
3rd and 1. This is 4-down territory for for Lutheran.
If you got him on the ropes.
Yeah.
Back in the backfield, Marcus McFadden, number 8. Will it go to him? Somebody move.
Oh, you got a false start.
A 3rd and 6 upcoming for Lutheran.
Oh.
To the delight of the visiting fans who made the trek.
I do believe that the whole entire line was shifting. When they shifted, they got out of the 3-point stand. Not allowed.
Illegal shift is the call.
Is that just a generous term for false start on everyone?
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone shifted, Rock. So 3rd and 6. This had not yet been a problem for Lutheran. This is their first 3rd down. White will keep. White will throw.
Oh!
Knocked down. Nice play by 32 Jacob Strange, who plays defensive end. He's a tight end. He could block your shot, and he knocked down that throw.
He swatted that out of the way. You know, if he had maybe thought about it, he might have caught that running.
Well, here's that 4th down play. 4th down yards. You're up a score. Might as well try to run it up their throat if you're Lutheran, and that's what the Saints are going to do.
Look for number 8 to carry this ball.
White will keep. McFadden will release late. They're going to complete it to him. He's got a lot of yards if he can keep his feet moving. He's going to cut back in and thrown down just shy of the 20.
Boy, I tell you what, the offensive line just let him come because they knew it was going to be a screen pass. McFadden goes all the way down the field, yells for the ball, goes and gets to 13 yards.
You could see that the way he released from the ball, where he's just naturally let him go.
Yep.
Executed well, and the chains move yet again. About the 5th first down of this game already.
Very interesting start of the game.
3 high, 1 low. We'll go to McFadden. He's got room on the far side.
Got the outside.
He's corralled and down. Gain of 3.
Well, they sealed that inside, Jonathan. They did not want him to go outside. Did a nice job of forcing him to go inside. Nice help defense for West Washington. 2nd down at about 7.
West Washington plays with a little bit of a hybrid 4-4-3 defense where you have the 4-down linemen, but the 2 outside linebackers are athletic enough to cover corners, tight ends, anything, and they are able to come in and run support. That's Mason Armstrong and Harrison Sanford. Here comes the 2nd down. Second and 7. Handoff on the sweep. Can he find a seam? Akins can. He surges forward across the 10-yard line.
Nope, he didn't fumble the ball. He just surged up front. Jonathan, he took a leap at the 10. 1st and 10.
That getting good for another Saints.
You can drop the chains as 1st and goal for Lutheran. In a first quarter that so far could not have gone any better.
You know he scripted the first 15 plays, but I don't think he ever dreamed it would be this good.
It's White giving to McFadden to seize Park, and it's 13-0.
9-yard run.
The offensive line for Lutheran: Tyler Richards, Tristan Polium, Hayden Filipovic, Peyton Knight, and Jacob Roberts dominant in the early going.
Well, you give the ball to number 8. He's going to do some great things for you. So far, he's scored both touchdowns.
And Micah Mattis has made both extra points. It's 14-0 Lutheran. You're watching 2019 semi-state football in Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? or by working his way up the corporate ladder. By changing his diet, or by changing his style. By traveling the world, or by staying perfectly still. For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other.
Let's do it after the
kickoff.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Indiana SRN, Lutheran and West Washington. What we were talking about is
we'll do that right after this kickoff, Jonathan.
Here's Joseph. Sending it deep. This one, Muck. Now picked up off the turf. Roper McPherson is down. And did he fumble it too? It will stay with West Washington.
Yeah.
What were those scores that were so favorable?
We got Center Grove and Ben Davis. Center Grove leads 10-7. That is in the first quarter. Score that probably doesn't surprise many people around the state. New Palestine 31, Bloomington South nothing. That is in the second quarter. Western Boone leads 14-0 over Triton Central. All the other late games have started at 7:30. We'll keep you up to date. The only game that started at 8 o'clock is Mount Vernon and Evansville.
Bowsman hands it off to Armstrong, gets 2.
Number 5 on the carry for West
Here's the touchdown. You see McFadden just gets the ball. There's just nobody there. 9-yard run, touchdown.
Great steal block by Peyton Knight. Number 54. Defense, he's one of the inside linebackers in this 3-5-3 defense. 3 down linemen, 5 linebackers. Bowsman has a man. Strange catches it, but took him too far outside, and it'll be 3rd down and long. I don't think he gained anything.
No, he got right back to the line of scrimmage. That ball went too wide. When he makes the turn, he's out of bounds.
That's tough especially if you're as big as Strange, to adjust that positioning when you get the feet moving. Here's another 3rd and long for West Washington. Last time out, they went for it on 4th down and were stuck.
Taking some time off the clock.
Bowsman needs 9. Almost falls down. Keeps his balance. Downfield. Has a man. No, he overthrew a couple players. He overthrew Farmer, and then Sanford was doing a little cut route, and he missed him too. 4th and long.
And I tell you what, the pressure there on the defense was coming, getting him. So now it's 4th down. You're going to have to punt this ball, and you hope you get a good punt off here.
But Bowsman, the punter. He has 1 punt this game. He is 16 now on the year. His average is 27. But normally they're not having to punt this far distance. Nice bunt by Bowsman. Chases back Clay, who drops it. He picks it up though. Tries to make a move to the 50, does so, and gets into West Washington territory.
How about you drop the punt and it bounces right to you? You know that things are going your way when that happens for you.
They almost got a turnover on that kickoff too.
Yes, sir.
The 1st and 10 from the 49 of West Washington for Lutheran.
And you know, if you're Lutheran High School, you're going to score again. You do not want to keep them even thinking that they can stay close to you. So right now, you're just going full speed ahead.
Yeah, if you're West Washington, you can understandably assume that the Senators, their heads just spinning. This game could get out of hand quickly if Lutheran can keep the pedal down. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. McFadden, the running back, he's been unstoppable. White will throw. It's tipped. It's intercepted. No.
Nope, they called incomplete. Ball fell on the turf.
Almost with a shot at it was Mason Armstrong. The intended receiver was Logan Beard.
Pass intended for Logan Beard just falls incomplete.
I think Bryce Brown might have tipped that ball at the line of scrimmage, Jonathan.
It is distinctly. He's been one of the impressive players for West Washington, really stepping up in the absence of some key players, one being Caleb Murphy, the senior, a 3-star defensive end. He was the 10th overall prospect in the state of Indiana, and he'll be playing for the Hoosiers next fall. He's been out for most of the year with a collarbone. Here's White, another throw, a little wobbly, doesn't matter. It's caught by Clay. He makes a cutback and gets to the 31.
Montez Clay on the reception, crossing the 30-yard line.
Boy, that's another first down.
Another Saints.
And just the change in fortune where you almost have an interception for West Washington. And then the very next play, 30 seconds later, first down.
Yeah. I tell you what, this crowd has just stayed in this ball game a little bit, haven't they?
They're fun. They're engaged. Falbian's wide to the bottom, the 3 to the top. White. On the delay to McFadden. A cut across the 35, down at the 25.
On the carry. In on the stop for West Washington.
Second down and 5. You know, this is exactly what Lutheran is doing. They ran the ball, now they're throwing the ball. Been very successful.
They've only faced, Lutheran has, 1 3rd down in this game. They didn't convert it, but then got the 4th down opportunity right afterwards on a screen to McFadden. Here's the 2nd and 5. Blake White will give. McFadden will take it across the 20-yard line.
Marcus McFadden right up the gut. That game good for another Saints. In on the stop, number 32, Jacob Strand.
Just remarkable what he's able to do.
They've done everything they want to do, Jonathan.
They have. They still have 48 seconds left in this first quarter. White hasn't had to throw it that deep. The underneath routes have been working. McFadden, far side, across the 10, across the 5. Flag comes in. He's close to the end zone. It's a touchdown for now.
You got to hold.
Hold everything. There is a flag on the play.
I think you got to hold against Lutheran when they opened that. When they opened up that hole, he dragged a defender.
That was about the most subdued touchdown celebration by a home team I've ever heard.
You go block in the back is what you got. So this marches you back 10 yards, and now you go 1st and 20.
You got 30 seconds left, 1st and 20.
That's the second negative play tonight, and the first flag that we've had.
Yeah, it's been very clean in that set so far.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get your flag dirty on semi-state.
No, you got to save that one.
Yeah, save it for the state finals.
Yeah. But to both teams' credits, they haven't had to dust off the flag.
Yeah, and both teams have played pretty clean, so that's a good thing.
And one, so far, has been playing better. We'll see what West Washington's defense can do here. 1st and 10, getting Lutheran way behind the chains. It'll be a screen pass out to McFadden, who runs away from a couple of players, still moving down the sideline. He's out of bounds, about the 10, 9-yard line. He'll be marked at the 10. And he got a lot of it back.
He got all of it, but 2 yards. He got 18 yards. He needed 20.
Number 8, Glenn Rankin.
Clock currently frozen as he went out of bounds. 22 seconds left in the first quarter.
17 yards on the play.
Falbian at the bottom of your screen. Blake White will give it to McFadden, who leans forward for about a yard before he stops.
He might have got, he's close to the first down. I think he got the first down.
And on the stop for West Washington,
Let's see what
number 70,
depend on the spot. It'll depend on the size.
Nope, they're going to call it 4th down. 3rd down.
3rd down, and we'll see if they're going to run it. There's 7 seconds. Make it 5, 3. They will get it off in time. They go McFadden. He's going to cut outside. He was hit once, hit twice, hit 3 times, and then he goes down for a 1st down. And that will do it for the first quarter. A dominant first quarter by the Lutheran Saints. When we go to the second, Lutheran leads West Washington 14-0. You're watching 2019 semi-state football in Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Welcome back, folks. If you like high school sports or just life in general, then you should like us too on Facebook, where you can follow, again, all of our activities that Indiana SRN has to offer, which is just about everything in the high school sports world.
Yeah, and we update that every day, so you can catch it with all of our schedules, the games. We're doing over 190 basketball games, so that's a lot of fun that you can catch up on. 2 of those are tomorrow, as Heritage Christian takes on Guerin Catholic. That game is at 2:30 at Guerin High School. Kickoff, the tip-off is at 2:30. We'll go on the air at 2:20. And also, Covenant Christian taking on Bloomington North, 1:30 start. Pregame at 1:20 right here on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
It does seem interesting how one season just flows into the next, and then you get things going with basketball season to start all over again.
Well, we just crowned it a volleyball state champion just 2 weeks ago. The All-Star game is Sunday, which is on Indiana SRN. We're everywhere, so just tune us in and check out our Facebook page. As Jonathan said, it's updated every day.
An ambulance in the background. Driving on the track.
Both teams will be
don't know
going
what's
to the
going on.
sideline.
There's some commotion on that far sideline, about the 25-yard line. Can't see what happened or what's going on, but everyone's huddled around somebody. There you see the Lutheran Saints. We're going to step away for a moment. When we come back, we'll try to update you on what's going on here on Indiana SRN, where you're watching 2019 semi-state football on Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
Parents, do you like free food? Hike it on over to Prodigy Burger and Bar, where Monday is family night and kids eat free. Every day you can find daily specials featuring craft burgers, tacos, wings, and more. Prodigy is now playing the NFL Sunday Ticket on more than 25 TVs, so you won't miss a second of your favorite teams. Prodigy also caters, hosts private events, as well as dine and donates. Celebrate your school spirit with us at Prodigy Burger and Bar. More than just burgers, located in Clay Terrace in Carmel.
Well, welcome back, folks. You can follow all of our games on YouTube, including this one. Maybe that is how you're watching it. If you are, thank you for doing so. If you'd like to follow more of our action, please subscribe, and then we'll be able to keep you up to date. You can see the West Washington team kneeling in their huddle. The Lutheran Saints are doing effectively the same. There is a commotion on the far side of the field, and we don't know what is happening. We might not know who it is, but the ambulance is attending and paramedics are attending to one person on the far side, and everything has stopped in that place.
If you just joined us, the Indianapolis Lutheran Saints have scored on both possessions. Won a 2-yard run by McFadden, made it 7-0 early in the first quarter. Then the second time they had the ball, they scored another touchdown at McFadden, a 9-yard run. 14-0. We'll keep you abreast of all the other games that are going on, as there's 12 semi-states going on.
Let's take a little peek at a couple of scores, or some of our highlights.
Okay, here's some highlights.
This is
McFadden. This is the first one to touchdown, a 2-yard run here for McFadden. And we'll keep you up to date on some scores. And here's the second score, just a 9-yard scamper. Early in the second quarter, Carmel leads Maryville 7-0. Ben Davis and Center Grove, it's still 10-7. That game is now at halftime. Mount Vernon and Evansville Memorial just started. Adams Central and Lafayette Central Catholic scoreless after 1. That's a surprise. Shistard and Mishawaka Marion at the second quarter, 0-0. Bloomington South and New Palestine is leading 38-0 at halftime. Unless there's a miracle there, New Pal is heading to the state finals, but it's still early. And then Western Boone and Triton Central. Western Boone leads 21-7.
On the far side, the individual is being helped into the ambulance, and you can hear the applause from both sides. He's being hopefully successfully attended to by the paramedics, and things will slowly move back, tension shifting back to the football game on hand.
Godspeed to that person, and we'll be praying for that person and hope that everything works out just fine. You know, we talked about our basketball schedule. It's been an incredible season already this season. We've only done 7 games, but our lineup for basketball, and you got a nice little lineup yourself. Congratulations on your adventure.
Yes, I'll be calling Franklin College basketball games this year, which would be a lot of fun. The Grizzlies were successful on Wednesday. They won their first home game of the year. They're now 3-2, and then they're back in action on Tuesday.
Well, it's you. Right.
That's clearly what it was.
It's the play-by-play guy.
Yeah, well, you know, I do my part.
Okay.
But yeah, I got a good win against Spalding, who had Jaquan Edwards, who played at Crispus Attucks, who's playing for them. He had a good second half. But a good win for Franklin, and then they're in action against Center on Tuesday. All that's on Grizz TV, brought to you by Huber Automotive, is their tagline.
There you go.
But back here on this one, which is Indiana High School football semi-state on Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts. Big emotional moments, such as what we've just had with someone being attended to by the ambulance. You got to regroup, and you've still got 3 quarters left to play. And if you're West Washington, you need to find some life somewhere.
You know, you have exactly the quarter. You have not even started this quarter. We're at the 12-minute mark. For this delay, so far this delay has been about 15 minutes. Again, they'll wait till the ambulance has completely cleared the field before they resume play.
And they're still sitting on the track at about 10, 15 yards away from the out-of-bounds line on the 20-yard line on the far side of the field, the opposite one from the one we're currently looking at. So that has tied everything down as we wait for more important matters to be attended to.
Let's talk about the state championship next week. It's a doubleheader, Friday, Saturday. It all starts with the 1A, 2A, 1A, 3A, and 5A on Friday, beginning, I do believe, at 1 o'clock. Is that not correct? Or is it 12 noon? It's 12 noon.
I think it is at
noon,
12.
3, and 7, I do believe, are the title. And then Saturday is the 2, 4, 6. And should be a fun, festive Thanksgiving break. I'm looking forward to going down on Friday and Saturday. Too many basketball games to name, so we won't be doing that. But Friday afternoon should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be interesting in some of those matchups because we're assuming that Bloomington South is not going to come back against New Pal. So New Pal either they're going to get a worthwhile opponent one way or the other, whether it be Valpo or Bishop Dwenger.
Going to take another break. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to watching Indiana SRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
Welcome back, folks. You can follow us on Twitter. You can like us and keep abreast of everything we have going on, and we have a further development on who was being attended to in the ambulance.
Yeah, Coach Phil Bosman from West Washington was the guy that they put in the ambulance. He's had a very interesting week. Our prayers and thoughts are with him and his family, and we would not announce that unless we had permission from West Washington. They gave us permission to do that. So, Phil, we're praying for you. We're pulling for you. And let's get back to the action.
Yeah, he was corresponding with us during the week from his
the
hospital
room.
And
good man.
Hopefully things will begin looking up for him. And You do have a little stressful atmosphere, semi-state. And now we'll see how his team responds, including his son, who is the starting safety and quarterback for West Washington and punter, and he was also the opening kick returner. So a lot of things going on that far sideline for the visitors in white.
A lot of administration stuff now going on. As officials, you have to wait till everything's cleared, everything is safe. The field, in essence, is ready to play, and it's a safe environment. So that's why we have still waiting for that delay.
Inside the 5-yard line.
It'll be first, when we do come back, it'll be first and goal for Lutheran from just inside the 5. Really, you could say the 4, depends on how you round.
They will now reset all the play clock and all those things.
Great hospitality here at Lutheran.
I just got it.
Keith just got a cookie.
Mama Patch just gave me a chocolate chip cookie. Thank you very much.
All right. 3 left, 1 right. White back in the gun with McFadden. In motion is Luke Snow. Takes an H-back spot. Given to McFadden. He's in the end zone. Touchdown number 3 for Lutheran and for Marcus McFadden. Give him 39 on the season. Their touchdown, 4 yards, 20-0 Lutheran. And they pick up the second quarter right where they left off.
He has had runs, a 2-yard run for a touchdown, a 9-yard run for a touchdown, and now a 4-yard run for a touchdown. He's had a career today, hasn't he?
He has, and he's had such an impressive career for Lutheran. Nobody embodies the persistence of Lutheran over the last 4 years than Marcus McFadden. Here's the kick up, and Mattis' kick is good. It is 21-0 Lutheran. Now, if you're West Washington, we're going to take a peek at this play once more, Keith. And now I'll get your opinion on something.
I just liked how they down and just block inside and out, and he just scores pretty easily, 4-yard scamper.
So if you're West Washington, this is unprecedented situation that they're in. Now, struggling in a football game against Lutheran is not anything unheard of. But you're trying to come back and you have the emotional moment of your head coach being taken away literally on an ambulance. What if you're the assistant coaches? What are you trying to communicate to those players?
Don't stop. You can't quit. You have to find something to motivate you, and whatever that might be. And, you know, these kids are young, and they can do that. And, you know, you go back to last week. They were down last week and had a great second half. But, you know, the last game that was very competitive was last week. Other than that, go all the way back to Salem on October 18th, where they lost 22-6.
Mattis will drive this ball with his green shoes. He'll be fielded by McFeeters off the turf, fielded like a ground ball in baseball. He's got a burst of speed, still moving to the 29-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 30. Good run back by Roper McFeeters, one of the freshman contributors on this West Washington football team.
You know what? They've had really good field possession all night, really, Jonathan. They started at the 32, the 30, and now the 30 again. It's just the defense of Lutheran has been really stymied to giving any yards. They've only got 1 first down in this game so far, and we're in the second quarter.
Well, with his father and coach in an ambulance, here's the throw. First completion downfield of the game by his son, Holden Bausman. A hit by Xavier Hardiman, number 13, but it's a gain of 7, 2nd and 3. We've seen this story before with West Washington.
Yeah, once again, you don't want to get it all back. There's no 21-point score. You got to chop it each time and just move the ball down the field, control the line of scrimmage.
That full house backfield, 2 on either side of Bausman. He will pitch it out. No, he'll hand it off. Nice run here for number 5, Mason Armstrong. First down for West Washington, and there's some life from the Senators.
And the crowd is over on that other sideline, is ecstatic, yelling and screaming, motivating their team to be successful.
79, Christian.
Clock now runs at 11 minutes.
That was any football historians. I hope you caught my joke here. West Washington is not running the Notre Dame box. That was the old name for the formation the Irish used to run back in the good old days. But with the similarity, the only similarity in there is that it's unique to see no wide receivers and 4 men in the backfield. And here is Bousman. He's firing deep, and he overthrew Sanford, who seemed to break off his route.
Yeah, went to the post route. Got to look for the football if you're the receiver.
Brings up second down.
For the second and 10, down 3 scores for the Senators.
Ball spotted at the 43-yard line.
Last year, West Washington lost the sectional finals by 2 scores, 14-0 to North Central. That's not big North Central Indianapolis, it's North Central Farmersburg. Here's the handoff, and another strong run, gain of 4 for Mason Armstrong. Maybe 5.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him 5 yards.
Gave him his number.
Ran with his head up.
Number 56.
No huddle offense.
The 3rd and 5 for West Washington. And how crucial is this if you just keep that momentum going? It's one thing to get 1 first down, it's another one to string them together.
You get 2 or 3, the next thing you know, you're up to 3 or 4 yard line, punches it in, you're down 21-7.
It'll be kept. Bousman on the hop, looking for Strange. It's intercepted. Montez Clay, flags everywhere. Still moving on the far sideline, cross midfield, out of bounds.
See what the flags might be. There are 2 flags, and they immediately came out.
And number 15, Luke Snow, looks very disappointed at something. Montez Clay is still thrilled.
This might be pass interference.
And if it is, erase what just happened off the board.
Block in the back against Lutheran.
So it is an interception. Let's check it out one more time, Pete.
Here's the pass. Yeah, that's a clear interception.
Yeah, he floated
but
it.
then here's the 42. Right there. Block in the back. Immediately come out. Look at this run.
Nolan Bryant was number 42. So you lose the yards gained, but you do get the turnover. It almost works out like a long punt for West Washington.
Yeah, the ball now going to be at the 16-yard line. Watch this one more time. He rolls out. He's got plenty of room, and he just overshot him. Nice catch.
Yeah, he floated
and
it.
There's the hit right there. Good call by the officials.
That tends to be what happens when you have your feet moving and you're throwing it. The easiest thing to do is you lose touch on the ball, and it just sails on you. And that's the result sometimes.
Heads up with the officials keeping with the play as well. Nice job.
Leading 21-0. Handoff to McFadden. He's going to try this near side. He's tried every side. It's worked for him. Shoves off one. Get off me. Still moving to the 30-yard line. He's down at about the 29.
First down and 10.
In on the stop for West Washington.
Tell you what, I have not seen a back that talented in 1A all year.
That game for another Saints.
As far as I can tell, he doesn't have any major college interests, but oh my, holy smokes. We were talking with one of the Lutheran officials up here earlier, and Marcus McFadden, he runs much bigger than his class. And it'll be kept this time by White. He's going to throw, and he misses Logan Beard.
You look at the playoffs, they beat Sheridan in the sectional first-round game 62-14.
Yeah, that wasn't close.
And then they played Covenant Christian 28-15. That's the closest game they have had in the sectional. Win the sectional final 49-6, and last week 56-21. So the Covenant Christian game was the closest game they had in the sectional, and only won by 13.
That was kind of a weird situation too, because it was on Saturday afternoon. It was just a weird deal. Handled well by Lutheran. This will be handed off to McFadden again to the 35-yard line.
Marcus McFadden crossing the 35-yard line.
Gain of
In on
5.
the stop for West Washington, number 32, Jacob Strange.
So now it's 3rd and 5. Think Gate may get the ball?
You know, that might be a pretty safe bet. Not that we're betting, man, but if you were, hypothetically, then giving it to number 8 might be smart, although they do like to throw it in these situations. It'll be number 8. Should have bet. Still going. Cross the 45. And a new set of downs for Lutheran.
Marcus McFadden crossing the 45-yard line.
And yet this is one thing that Lutheran is doing
That game
with
to
running
the
the ball like they
Saints.
are. They're taking time off the clock.
on the stop,
So any
number 8,
possession that
Will
West
Reagan.
Washington might have to get back into this game, time is ticking away every so closely to cause some problems here for you.
And Lutheran gets the ball for the beginning of the second half. White to the flat. Nope. That's the only thing that hasn't been working for
Yeah,
him.
but the thing is, Jonathan, with the pass like that, you got to come to the ball. You can't stay there and watch that ball float. You got to go get the ball and go get it.
But it seems like just the passing game for the most part has been a little off kilter for Lutheran, and which is just in stark contrast to how dominant Marcus McFadden has been.
Yeah. Good point.
That's McFadden in the backfield. It'll go to Marcus. He'll try that A-gap again. He's got room on his near side. He's at the 40. He's still going. Can he cut back? He shoves off another. He's untackleable, and he's out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Got hit at the 30, bounced back off, got another 5 yards.
Finally driven out of bounds just around the 25-yard line.
McFadden is a senior, 6 foot, 200 pounds,
That game
put together, and I can't believe no one wanted him.
Not yet. What's amazing is everything that's happened, but how many times has he been brought down by not going down? Like, just walks out of bounds.
At least 3 or 4 times tonight, right?
Why would you do anything else? White in the gun. They're not going to hand it to him. They're going to throw it. Deep post. And incomplete. You probably could make the case as the West Washington Chase Farmers trying that there might have been interference on the offense on that play.
Yeah, you know, both of them going for the ball. That's a tough play. Let them play. I like that.
It'll be 2nd and 10.
You know, the great NFL now, you can throw a flag and see if it was, but I'm glad we don't have that.
Yeah, I heard one guy earlier this year say, well, that's where the IHSAA is going. They're going to have a review. I'm like, we don't have enough cameras.
No, we don't.
Thankfully. We've got 2, though, and they're fantastic. Play Rex Road up top. Riley Thomason on the field. Here's McFadden right up the gut. Still moving. Gain of 8. 3rd and 2.
In on the stop for West Washington, number 58, Hunter Payne. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
7.5 to go here in the second.
Long
At
2
halftime,
yards
we'll
to
have
go
some
for a
little
Saints
halftime
first down.
programming action going on. And then Keith Myers will update you on all of the halftime scores from around the state. Here's McFadden. He stopped this time.
Yeah.
Hit low, hit high, hit by 3 guys. Down low was Bryce Brown. Up top, Trenton Benskin. And also in on it was Glenn Rankin.
Good job.
Benskin.
Offense stays out there, and why not? 4th and 1. Have to get the ball to the 15.
Even if you don't get this first down, you got him back, way back in the.
Blitz shown up the middle. It's McFadden. He has the first down, cuts back outside, loses the ball, but his forward progress was stopped.
Boy, that ball came out, but the ball was already down. And he gets the first down by a yard, Jonathan.
And that game goes for another Saints.
And you can hear it from the fans.
Yeah.
Well trained.
Got a lot of cowboy bells going on tonight.
They do. Good atmosphere here on the near sideline.
Thanks.
Also, a great atmosphere on the far sideline. We want to credit the West Washington fans. They have shown up in support. They just haven't had as much to cheer about.
Yeah, we want to thank both athletic directors for all their hard work this week to help us with some information.
1st and 10. McFadden, left side. Flag comes in. He will score, but we'll see what the flag is. And this might be the second touchdown brought back this game.
Flag on the play.
I think you probably got another hold here.
Seems like a decent wager.
Yep.
Holding.
So that will back you up 10 yards.
We'll back that one up 10 yards from the spot of the infraction.
So it's going to be first down and
a lot.
22.
The first down yard line is about the 4. It is the 4.
22 yards to go for the Saints.
Play clock at 17.
Still rolling. Game clock frozen momentarily. Now it starts. White looks to throw. He will lift one end zone. Fabian, touchdown!
Touchdown, Joe Fabian!
First passing touchdown of the game. That was a 26-yard strike, and Lutheran leads 27-0. Back on for the extra point, Micah Mattis.
Micah Madison for the point after.
Snap down, kick up, kick through is with 6:04 remaining in the first half. Lutheran 28, West Washington 0. You're watching 2019 Semi-State Football in Indiana SRN presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back, everyone. 28-0 is the score. West Washington trailing Lutheran. Keith Myers, how did we get to this point?
Well, it started in the first quarter with a 2-yard run by McFadden, then a 9-yard run by McFadden, made it 14-0. Then they had another 4-yard run by McFadden. And then Fabian gets into action as a 26-yard touchdown pass makes it 28-0. And that's how we get there. It's 6:04 left in the first half.
Poor McFadden must have been feeling a little left out with that last touchdown.
Yeah, coach, give me the ball.
He's looking for his second hat trick. On to kick, Michael Joseph. He's done some of the honors so far tonight. Looks this one into the November sky. Dropped by the up back, then picked up by Chase Farmer. Tries to squirt forward, gets to the general spot where they've been so far, and this pass, Keith, was pretty.
Yeah, you know, spread formation, took his time, stepped right into the pass, and look where he catches the ball. Right up high. No one else can get it except the young man who's caught the ball and then secured it. Touchdown.
Yeah, Joe Fabian, his 8th touchdown reception of the year. He now leads the Lutheran Saints in touchdown receptions, and there was nobody in the middle of the field on that play. He was wide open.
I love that shot. That ground shot is an excellent shot. Thanks, guys.
Bousman floats this one, has sailed on him again. Almost intercepted by Hardiman.
Pass broken up by number 13.
Chase Farmer had to play some defense on the play. That's a penalty against West Washington. So it'll move back the Senators even further.
I think maybe you'll decline this one.
1st and 20.
So we'll see. Well, they are going to take this penalty.
Yeah, so your choice is between 2nd and 10, 1st and 20.
Well, no, it's a spot foul. So the ball was, so the hole was right at the 15-yard line. So it's half the distance to the goal at that point, and that's where you mark off the penalty.
Lutheran looking defensively to put them away. We'll see what West Washington's able to do. All four in the backfield with Holden Bousman. He will give Mason Armstrong best part of the offense for the Senators so far this game. Fights to the 13. The second down and long.
Number 5 on the carry, Mason Armstrong.
The passing game has not worked for West Washington yet tonight, and now the running game has really just been stymied. A couple big plays, but on the most part, it's been dominated by Lutheran High School.
2nd and 21. Bousman hands it off to Armstrong. Got room on that far side. If he can turn the corner, he does. Great run by Mason Armstrong. Close to a first down. Holy smokes.
Well, he gets that corner, and he just took off running. Nice play. How close is he?
We'll see where the chains are marked.
Number 13, Xavier Hardiman.
Ball now on the 31-yard line.
So he's short about 6. Let's say 5.
The 3rd and 4.
Okay.
3rd and 4, we will say. I think that's pretty accurate. Mason Armstrong has been the offense when it's worked. Bousman will throw to Armstrong. Uh-oh, we hung him out to dry. Peyton Knight closed down on that play like lightning.
Yeah, they just read that play right there. And Peyton Knight just read the play, read the eyes of the quarterback.
On those situations, Keith, you got that throw has to be crisp.
Yeah, it's got to be on the line. You're exactly right.
Back to return this kick, Montez Clay. Sophomore, he's had an impact on this game, including an interception earlier.
Montez Clay back deep in the event of a punt.
Holden Bousman will do the punting. The timeout has been called. We will take one with them. You're watching Semi-State Football on Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
Timeout on the field. Hey, Saints fans, as the official sports medicine provider of the IHSAA for over 30 years, Methodist Sports Medicine and our athletic trainers on the sidelines for each state finals event wish you the best of luck and to all competitors. With 6 locations,
Scores coming back, Jerry.
Methodist Sports Medicine's highly skilled physicians continue to provide the best in-house orthopedic care, including prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation. For more information about Methodist Sports Medicine and our services, visit us online.
Welcome back, folks. What's going on around the state, Keith?
Around the state, Carmel leads Maryville at halftime 7-3. Center Grove and Ben Davis at the end of 3, 10-7. Heritage Hills and Danville 0-0. Hobart and East Noble 17-10. Hobart. Eastbrook leads Andrean 20-7.
And here's the snap, waiting for the punt, walking up, getting the coverage in position, and drifting one is going to get a West Washington roll before it dies at the 46.
Adams Central and Lafayette Central Catholic 7-0. Of course, here it's 28-0. Chittard leads Mishawaka Marion 24-0. New Pal leads 38-0 at halftime. Western Boone and Triton Central 21-7 Western Boone. And Valparaiso leads a very good Fort Wayne Dranger team 10-0. We'll keep you up to date. We'll have halftime scores for you at our halftime. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. If you're the 1,000 Twitter follower, you will receive a $55 gift card. So follow us on Twitter. Indy at Indiana SRN.
Yeah, that gift card, that's valuable. Like $50 worth. And another timeout on the field.
Timeout by Lutheran. Don't forget basketball action your way tomorrow. Indiana High School Athletic Association basketball. It all begins at 1:30 as Covenant Christian taking on Bloomington North. That game is at 1:30, pregame at 1:15. And then at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, Heritage Christian taking on Guerin Catholic, a conference opponent, tomorrow afternoon, 2:30. Pregame is at 2:15. Steve McClure and Sean Carl will have that game for you on tomorrow. And then a slew of games for you, webcasts for you. Basketball on Monday. Boys season starts Monday. Central Christian taking on Horizon Christian. And then, folks, circle your calendar for December 7th. That's a Saturday. A Cathedral six-way, the top 5 teams in the state of Indiana, plus LaSalle of Cincinnati. Great wrestling action beginning at 2:30. All the action right here on Indiana SRN. Please check out our website at indianasrn.org for our calendar and the games around your area.
1st and 10 for Lutheran. From the 46-yard line, their own 46. Blake White waits in the gun. Will hand it off. Another good run by McFadden, and he skips and hops his way to another first down. Gain of 12. Make it 13.
In on the stop for West Washington, number 8, Glenn
Ball going to be right at the 39.
But that game, good
a 41.
Saints.
Clock now runs at 3:58. If you're West Washington, you just want to get out of this first half and try to regroup.
And Lutheran opportunity to double up again. It's McFadden. Why not? Tries that far side, tips his way and thrown across the 45-yard line.
Marcus McFadden on the left side.
Again, he looked like he lost the ball before he made contact, but they ruled him down. As you saw the beanbags being marked, but Lutheran regains
Pick up of about 6 yards out
the ball.
Play. 2nd down, 4 to go.
3 to the bottom of your screen. 16 Beard, 15 Snow. And number 4, Jalen Elliott are at the bottom. Wide at the top is Falbian. Here's a throw down to the back and wide open in the end zone. Touchdown! It's dropped in the end zone by Jalen Elliott. The throw from Blake White to Jalen Elliott in the end zone, dropped by Elliott as we had a crash in the press box. It's been a little bit of everything so far tonight.
Blake White's pass to the end zone falls incomplete.
Blake White trying to find Jalen Elliott in the end zone, and he had him, but it was incomplete. And you just saw White talking to Elliott. And now Fabian will head over wide to the far side. And here's a quick throw by White. Gets it to Logan Beard. Another good run after the catch. And he's out of bounds at about the 24-yard line.
Here's the pass.
Just
yep. He ran before you caught the ball.
He didn't have to run. He was in there. He was in the end zone.
That's how I used to catch at Howe High School. I caught that way all the time.
It was memorable.
It was.
Those are hard to forget.
I try to forget them every week, Jonathan.
I'm sure no one will ever remind Mr. Elliott about that. Hand off to McFadden, looking for redemption. Hesitation move inside and corralled by 2 West Washington Senators.
Yes, nice job by number 32. Jacob Strange on that tackle.
And on the stop for the Senators.
So bring up a 2nd and long for Lutheran as we are coming close to 2 minutes 30 seconds left in this first half. A first half that really could not have gone any better for Lutheran. I don't know if he could have drawn it up any better, except for Jalen Elliott catching that touchdown. 2nd and 9.
Play clock at 1.
White will go over the middle a little bit high and caught and still moving. Nice job keeping his balance by Logan Beard.
Pass complete to
It'll be
number
3rd
16,
down
Logan
and
Beard.
3 coming up for Lutheran.
Ball on the 18.
Gain of about 6 on the play.
So 2nd and 4. 3rd and 4. Thank you.
Marcus McFadden will try that far side. Nice Le'Veon Bell-esque run. Hesitation move for a first down. Inside the 10. He's showing everything tonight.
He just waits for his blockers. He takes his time, walks through, and then takes the burst of energy.
First and goal for Lutheran. No, it's 1st and 10. It won't matter the way McFadden's running. He gets this one, another gain of about 3.
Yeah, they can get. I think it looks like they could get a first down, maybe at the 1 foot line.
Barely.
Thanks to our producer with his eagle eye who helped me with that one. Thank you.
2nd and long. McFadden up the middle. There's the 4th touchdown. 34-0. Lutheran. 4 touchdowns on the game from Marcus McFadden, who now has 40 for the year.
Just catch right there. 9-yard scamper. That's his second 9-run scamper tonight.
Phenomenal performance all the way around, and here it comes out for the extra point. Mike Amadis. He's been very busy.
Bad snap.
And very accurate.
Oh, we got it.
35-0 Lutheran with 46 seconds left in the first half. You're watching Semi-State Football on Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
Our family has been very happy working with Wallflower Pictures.
Because they make sure that I get the acting skills that I need in this industry and the education that I need.
Wallflower Pictures supports UV's journey in the industry. They're very passionate about his growth, and they're very professional and attentive to our needs.
And I truly believe in the projects I've worked on, like For the Boys and The Walk.
We love working with Wallflower Pictures.
Hey there, we'd like to hear more from you, and to do that, subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can then hear more from us, and then it works out very well for both parties.
Yeah, I think we have over 100 videos that you can watch, replay games, look at your favorite player, anywhere from swimming to lacrosse to basketball, all kinds of stuff that we carry right here on Indiana SRN. We do over 300 games a year, and we need some help. If you'd like to help support that, contact us, Coach at Indiana SRN. We'd love to tell you how we can put young men and young ladies on the internet and on the web TV. It's all about them, so help us, will you? Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. Email address again, coach@indianasrn.org. McFadden scored his 4th touchdown of the night. He scored 2 yards, 9 yards, 4 yards, and another 9-yard touchdown. He has 4 touchdowns on the night.
Impressive is putting it lightly. Mattis drives his foot into the ball, back to return. Roper McFeeters, and he loses it. Has to regather, look out from behind, and he's down at about the 16-yard line, and that's been an epidemic for West Washington. They've had a hard time handling those kicks, and this is the first one that's really came back to bite them.
40 seconds left in this half. If I'm West Washington, I think I take a knee and head in at halftime. Folks, you see our sponsors down on the scoreboard, by the scoreboard. You'll see that every 10 seconds. Hey, would you go and help support those people? Those are the fine folks that helped us put football and the sports on Indiana SRN. We want to thank them. And if you could go out there and support them, we would appreciate it.
And there is that knee. For is it?
Yep.
Everyone just kind of standing.
Well, by rule, you can't leave the field. So they have to. They can start walking to the sideline, but they cannot leave the field until that ball gets to 0.
Well, I think suffice to say, very impressive by the Lutheran Saints. And with 5 seconds, 3, Lutheran takes a 35-point lead into the half. And a well-earned ovation from their home fans.
Let's take a look at how Lutheran got here. They took the opening kickoff. They deferred in the first to start the game. They drove the ball all the way down to the 2-yard line. They gave it to McFadden for a 2-yard run. The extra point was good. The next possession, they drove the ball down the field once again. McFadden scores on a 9-yard touchdown run, made it 14-0. At that point, Jonathan, you knew that things were working for Lutheran and everything. They had positive runs on every single play at that point, and you knew right there they were on top of the game.
Yeah, it was, I think, all the remarkable. We talked about this before the game off the air, and then it was a little bit in my intro. But this is the 4th shot in a row Lutheran's had at semi-state, and the weight of that can just be oppressive. Yet here they are, taking that adversity and running away with the game.
Then they score once again on their 3rd possession, 4-yard run. Guess who? Yes, you're right. McFadden, 4-yard run, made it 21-0. And then they got the passing game going, which really surprised us, Jonathan. 26-yard pass, great catch by Fabian, made it 28-0. And then the last touchdown just before halftime as McFadden scores his 4th touchdown, 9-yard run, 35-0. If you're a football coach in small school, 3A or 2A, 3, Division 2 or Division 3, you might want to look at McFadden.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty fair. He's been phenomenal all season, his whole career at Lutheran, and tonight has been blowing things away. And as we said, Lutheran leading West Washington 35-0 at the half. We are going to step away for a moment. Don't go anywhere. We have some halftime programming upcoming, and you can enjoy that. And then we'll be back with you with a score update for what's going on after the halftime stuff. That'll be Keith Myers offering that for you. And then we'll have the second half for you of semi-state football here in Indiana SRN. Lutheran, again, leading West Washington 35-0. You have been watching Indiana High School football semi-state action on Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
Life comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
Ah, my favorite patient. Ah, my favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
my favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Coming up today on Senator News, we show off our junior high, update you on how the climate is affecting the country's bee population, and tell you what kind of weather to expect this weekend. Today is Thursday, November 21st, 2019. My name is Madison Morgan. Last year, our school implemented a new academic model for our junior high by closely following what the Ron Clark Academy does. This year, the new model is still in place and provides a great opportunity for learning. Tristan Cordero tells us more.
The junior highs of last year has implemented a unique system to connect the students and faculty. They have a system based around the Harry Potter houses, and each student is a member of one of the houses.
It's really neat to see the different sides that come out in the students.
The houses are Amandi, Clarum, and Verbius. Each house has virtues it is based around, symbols, and spiritual animals.
I think that overall it's caused a sense of belonging within the junior high. A lot of our students, come in either new to our school or new to the experience of a junior high setting, and being able to feel like they have a place of belonging is really important. And I think it's been really beneficial for our students to just have a place that they feel comfortable, and that's kind of what the house system has created for them.
Thank you, Miss Rosie, and all the other teachers for sitting down with us and answering our questions. And for Senator News, I'm Tristan Cordero.
The highs for the rest of this week are going to be in the mid-40s to the mid-50s. Thursday, we are expecting some scattered showers continuing into Friday and Saturday. Today, we're going to reach a high of 58, and then colder air is going to be working its way in through Friday and Saturday. Ending the weekend off with some sunshine. Sunday, the high is going to be 50 and the low is going to be 31.
Now to Wyatt for the national news.
When hearing the word bee, we may think of a black and yellow winged creature floating from one bloom to the next as it gathers pollen. Or maybe it brings a tinge of fear at the thought of its sting. Whether you think good or bad things, the fact is the bee is one of the most important creatures on this earth in terms of human survival. So when we learn that the world's bee population is in decline, it should raise concern for all of us. A rapid decline in the world bee population began in the late 1990s and continues to this day. Why is this? It is believed that one reason is the rapid expansion in industrial agriculture and the industry's increased reliance on the use of pesticides. Pesticides can not only kill bees, but they also cause subtle effects in the bees, which reduces the bees' population ability to thrive. It is very important that we work to find ways to not only stop, but reverse this decline. One effective method is the use of ecological farming. This will not only help with the bee population, but would also be better for the entire environment. And for Senator News, I'm Wyatt Griffith.
This week's Student Spotlight is on 12th grader Elizabeth Holes. Olivia Mock tells us more.
Our Student Spotlight for the week is Elizabeth Holes. Elizabeth is currently a senior. After high school, she plans to attend IU while majoring in marketing. She has been playing softball since she was in 5th grade and has been a part of our school's BPA chapter since 8th grade. Elizabeth is also in charge of most of the writing for our school's Senator News. She is also a member of our National Honor Society. When not working on things for school, BPA, or softball, Elizabeth is usually working at JC. In her free time, she likes to watch Netflix or hang out with her dog, Bear.
Howdy, y'all. It's the sheriff here, and I got a riddle for you. What makes two people out of one person?
That's all for Senator News today. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to watch our next broadcast Thursday, December 5th. From all of us here at Senator News, we wish you and your families a happy Thanksgiving.
Parents, do you like free food? Hut, hike it on over to Prodigy Burger and Bar, where Monday is family night and kids eat free. Every day you can find daily specials featuring craft burgers, tacos, wings, and more. Prodigy is now playing the NFL Sunday Ticket on more than 25 TVs, so you won't miss a second of your favorite teams. Prodigy also caters, hosts private events, as well as dine and donates. Celebrate your school spirit with us at Prodigy Burger and Bar. More than just burgers, located in Clay Terrace in Carmel.
Well, the foundation was a dream that I had when I first took over as commissioner in 2011. And one of the first questions that was asked to me upon assuming the new job was, what are you going to do to help schools? And one of those was to try to help them financially. And so we've been working on this notion of trying to help schools financially, but at the same time, try to emphasize and accentuate the education side of athletics. And we like to call ourselves education-based athletics. Because of that, we're trying to fund programming that might not necessarily be funded by a member school, such as leadership training for student athletes, coaching education for our coaches, and those types of initiatives where we can expand our breadth and depth of what we're doing, and then try to help our member schools with the students that they serve.
Well, I just joined the foundation in September. I'm thrilled for the opportunity to be part of this team and part of this program. I love high school athletics. It's been meaningful for me, my family, and my children, and I'm just thrilled for the opportunity to be part of the team. Well, I feel so excited about this opportunity because we can make a difference. And I feel like when you come into this job, for me personally, you get a chance to go make a difference in this area of the state, in all three of our districts, from state line to state line.
I heard about the foundation from Bobby Cox, and he called me and said, would you be interested? Well, how do you say no to an organization that your father's been involved in? I've participated. I've given lectures to coaches on athletic training and participation. So I jumped at the opportunity to give something back to the IHSAA.
Well, the foundation's set up currently to start to provide programs for schools around the state, specifically for student leadership opportunities, coach, administrator, principal, superintendent development opportunities for them as well. So some of our future plans would include raising money so we can provide scholarships for students and deserving students, also provide grants to some of the schools around the state that don't have the resources that a lot of the other bigger schools may have.
Well, obviously sports is our world here at the Indianapolis Colts, and you can't work for a pro football team without being a huge proponent of sports in general. And the things that sports teaches young people, it mirrors life in a lot of ways. It teaches teamwork and goal setting and perseverance, discipline, and it also teaches you the rewards of hard work. And there's such a high an adrenaline rush when you've achieved or been victorious or performed well after months, if not years, of preparation and hard work. And that's just one of the reasons that we support the IHSAA Foundation.
Yes, I think that quite clearly there are communities that have rallying, galvanizing impacts, and high school sports has always been that in the state of Indiana. But you also see that growing commitment around communities as they spend their evenings with their children as well as with the people that they know in their communities, and it really brings communities together. So I think that high school athletics has a significant role in positive development of our various communities around the state. You can't quite compete if you don't have the same equipment, you don't have the same resources, you don't have the same nutrition, you don't have the same sort of coaching, but you can elevate that by contributing to the IHSAA's foundation, which supports those initiatives.
Every young person deserves the opportunity just the same to participate and to be a part of things. And so the opportunity the foundation has to increase the role of student athletes in their community, to strengthen the relationship and the role and the effectiveness and the leadership of their coaches, to learn to be leaders. Being a part of a team is a great leadership development experience.
Women who are in board roles, women who are leading companies, guess what? One of the number one alignment items is leadership in played high school and probably college sports. That matters, and both of those are education-based. So it had an impact on me. I'm now a businesswoman. I also coach basketball, but having to juggle education and sports and perform both at a high level is really, really a lesson learned for life.
Education-based athletics matters, the student and the athlete. We take that seriously, the student first, the athlete second. The field of play is an extension of the classroom where these kids are learning life lessons that they will take with them for the rest of their lives.
Athletics is an extension of the classroom. And how it impacted me, I had to learn how to operate on a team. And then as I became a captain, then I had to learn how to coach and guide my colleagues. Guess what? That then happened at work. 10 and 20 and now 30 years later. You have to learn how to show up and be on time. The bus leaves. If you're not there, you can't go. Many times, the discipline and the feedback isn't maybe as harsh as it is in the classroom, and it's very quick and potentially harsh, but kind and loving and wanting to get better in sports and on the field.
I think in high school athletics, you learn a lot about leadership. I was able to be a team captain for 3 years, and I learned so much that it's not just about the position, but it's about the influence that you're able to make towards a positive change with a mission greater than yourself. And that lesson for me has been able to apply to going to Notre Dame, being a team captain there, to going and playing 5 years professionally and a year in the NBA. And there's a difference in the resilience of the athletes that played high school athletics. And there's a difference in how they're able to bounce back the day after a tough loss, or they're able to bounce back after a coach corrects them on the thing that they need to do. And the resilience and the opportunity to be able to lead in that way is something that's going to carry well past, but be able to be learned better there than it can, in my opinion, any other place.
Well, our patrons can all go to our website and they can get involved with donating to the foundation. We like to call that investing. We're investing in young people, investing in our schools. And then our schools will have an opportunity to solicit funds in the forms of grants from our foundation board, and we will entertain those grants on an annual basis and make awards based upon those requests that we receive. And we want that to be an ongoing and a growing opportunity for not only our patrons that support us at our contest in our communities, but also our member schools to identify things they feel that are important in their schools and their communities where they need additional funding and support, and that's something that the foundation can be a part of.
Our family has been very happy working with Wallflower Pictures,
because they make sure that I get the acting skills that I need in this industry and the education that I need.
Wallflower Pictures supports UV's journey in the industry. They're very passionate about his growth, and they're very professional and attentive to our needs.
And I truly believe in the projects I've worked on, like For the Boys and The Walk.
We love working with Wallflower Pictures.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are getting ready for the second half. Keith Myers along with Jonathan Mathis. 35-0 here, Lutheran over West Washington. Let's take a look at the College Hunks and Movers halftime scoreboard show for you. Carmel leads Maryville 17-3. Ben Davis and Center Grove at the end of 3. Center Grove leads 10-7. Danville and Heritage Hills tied at halftime at zeros. Hobart and East Noble 17-10. Hobart and Dragon and Eastbrook. Eastbrook leads 20-7. And Mount Vernon leads Evansville Memorial 3-0 at the end of 1. Lafayette Central Catholic leads Adams Central 10-0. West Washington and Lutheran, that's where we are, 35-0. Chittard leads Mishawaka Marion 31-0. And the first team that has advanced to the state finals, New Pal wins over Bloomington South 45-0. We'll have a lot more scores for you throughout the second half.
Getting ready to kick it off to begin the second half of play is Jacob Strange. We haven't seen him kick off yet, but this is the first time, and that's very telling with how things have been going. Strange, oftentimes a little line drive. He gets some lift into this ball, chasing back Montez Clay to the 10 with a little hop in his step. He works it towards the near sideline before turning upfield and going down just shy of the 25-yard line. All right, Keith Myers. I would assume the trick for Lutheran in the second half is to do what they did last time, but for West Washington.
I think one of the things for Lutheran is that you're going to see them run the ball a lot more. You're going to keep in the bounds, and you probably want to keep the clock running. If you're West Washington, what you want to do is get a stop, first one, and hopefully you just build on those things. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? Probably not. But you finish out strong because you had a great year, and you finish out strong. This is a very good ball club. I don't think they'll quit.
In the gun is Blake White. Hands it off to Marcus McFadden. Tries the near sideline. Doesn't have much running room, and he's corralled that time. To your point, that's what you want to do if you're West Washington. Keep fighting. So just see what happens.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You keep fighting. You just keep working at it, and you see what happens here.
And this is a team in West Washington that has scored points in bunches this season. They dropped 50 on North Davies on November 1st, the second week of those are the sectionals. They've put 72 on Crawford County, 50 at Mitchell, 50 again on North Central. Like, they put up points. What they are not accustomed to is this situation where Lutheran was just such a dominant force in that first half, and the main weapon, the main battering ram is right here. Marcus McFadden shoves off another one and gets across the 45-yard line to the 47.
So McFadden will continue to keep running as he will be close to 100 yards easily for this game, Jonathan.
I think it's fair to say that he's going to put up some heavy-duty numbers. It's new set down for Lutheran. White pumps. White looks. White still looks and then throws. And that was caught by Fabian. And he tiptoed around the sideline and reeled it in. Fantastic grab by Joe Fabian, the junior. The Saints picking up right where they left off, moving the ball. Here's McFadden. He's going to look up the middle before he's wrestled down behind the yard. Well, the great push by the offensive line. He was tackled behind the line, but the line had pushed forward for about 3 yards, so he still gained 2. The tackler, Bryce Brown, the junior, has been active all game long. Now 2nd down and 7. White throws it to the far side, caught by Logan Beard, and another good run after the catch by Logan, but a flag is down, laying on about the 26-yard line.
Might have a hold here. Or they might not have been set. So we'll see. Personal foul, face mask on West Washington.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
So this goes half of the distance. So this will be.
Referees will move the ball south about 15 yards.
Be to half the distance, so
marked
it will
on
be
the
right
11.
at 11.
So in that backfield will be McFadden again. 4 touchdowns on his tally for the night. Lutheran, who's had so many close misses in semi-state play in the last couple of years, looking strong again, and White is hit as he throws, and down he goes. Andrew Lewis applied the harm.
What you want to happen here is play this game, this second half, with no one getting hurt, and just get ready to play next Friday night.
Yeah, and the leader, the winner of this game gets the winner of the Central Catholic game. And you just read off the score, but Central Catholic leads in that one 10-0. And they are playing Adams Central. And the joke, the Adams family, they always play each other in the playoffs. But both of the Adams schools, South Adams and Adams Central, are strong this season. And here's McFadden, far side, down about the 5. Another good run by Marcus.
Got a update score for you. Halftime, Evansville Memorial leads Mount Vernon 7-3. That just went to half.
A later rolling game.
Yeah, it was at 8 o'clock Indianapolis time, 7 o'clock time, Evansville. Mount Vernon having a great year this season.
Oh, most definitely. Inside 10 minutes. White in the gun. Gives to Marcus McFadden. Tries to win the foot race and does. Touchdown, Lutheran. And it's 41-0. And what can you do when someone is so much in the zone and their offensive line is blocking so well? There's just not much to stop them.
Extra point coming to make this a 42-0 game.
Good.
Well, if you had the McFadden player of the game, you would be very well happy about that. And so we'll watch this 11-yard run.
Hey, it makes it look so easy.
Again, he just hesitates and then bursts the speed right here.
And there's that one block on the far side. It's his performance tonight. As what can you do? He's been so good.
Yep, a 2-yard run, a 9-yard run. As we look at this from the field side, just look at that. Even his lead blocker, he outruns his lead blocker. That's kind of sketchy. But a 2-yard run, 9-yard run, a 4-yard run, a 9-yard run, and a 11-yard run. I would say he's had a pretty good night.
Yeah, 5 touchdowns, 41 on the season from Marcus McFadden. Here's what he had coming in, and those numbers have boomed.
Yeah, he had 37 going in. He's got 5 on the night. 42. Did you score 42 touchdowns in your career?
I did not. I came close, but not 42. I didn't have. Yeah, I was 42 short of 42.
I didn't even score 2 in my career.
Yeah. He
wasn't much of a football player.
He is a better running back than I was.
Yes. So we'll see West Washington getting the ball.
Michael Joseph drives it down the field. This one fielded cleanly by Roper McFeeters. Trying that far side, gets it across the 25-yard line to the 26. And that is where West Washington will take over. The only loss on the season for West Washington came mid-October on the road against rival Salem, and we were told before today's game, that Salem had learned that week, that was when sectionals were announced, and that they were having to play Gibson Southern, which is something no Southern Indiana team wants to do, and so they were not in a good mood, and took it out on West Washington, the only loss of the season. That was a 22-6 game. The most points that West Washington has given up this season was 30 before tonight, and that was in victory when they went to Paoli and beat the Rams 34-30. So this is something that was entirely unexpected by prognosticators and probably the players too. When you draw up those game plans, you draw it up hoping for something like this. Like, this is what will happen if everything goes perfect. And it has for Lutheran.
First false start on West Washington. On the other hand, Lutheran, their last loss was November 16th of 2018.
Pop pass on the run, fighting and going down, was Harrison Sanford, senior. That counts as a completion because he actually just touches it. A little touch pass, but it's going to be second down and long for West Washington.
So last season was the last time Lutheran lost against North Vermilion, and the final score was 14-7 in the semi-state semifinals.
It appears, one could argue, that Lutheran has responded well to that defeat.
Oh, I think so.
In spades. Bousman on the run into a pack and is picked off. Coming through, Hayden Filipovich, the junior, snags an interception and a turnover in favor of Lutheran, and they can continue piling it on. Every one of their linebackers has had an impact in this game.
Read the eyes. And I tell you what, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys around that football.
Yeah, there was that pass had to have been perfect, and it wasn't. But if you look at all of them, Nolan Bryant has had some huge plays. Marcus McFadden, the inside linebacker, has obviously been fantastic. Filipovich just got that interception. Peyton Knight has been a game wrecker on defense, and Dante Akins has had some good runs. But it's just all 5 of them. The 5 running backs have been very strong, and here's another good run, and still, even the short gains are robust. That's 3.
Get on the stop. Number 8, Glenn Rankin.
So under 8:30 to play. This is when you just take the time, run the whole entire 40-second play clock.
Second and 7. Given, working this near side, rowing his shoulder, and a strong run from Bryce Lucas, the junior, who had 15 carries entering tonight and gets a good run there, moving the chains for Lutheran. And that's an opportunity that Lutheran is going to seize, is getting younger players able to play in huge game stages. And Sinai State game broadcast live on Indiana SRN. I mean, you can't have a bigger stage than that, except for the next one.
Yeah, and the one thing is now you can rest some of your players and keep them healthy.
Bryce Lucas stays in the game at running back, number 5, the junior. White takes the snap, gives it to Lucas, option run, lowers the shoulder, another strong run for a Lutheran Saint, and the ball will be marked at the 20-yard line.
You know, you look at the week of practice this week, you'll go Monday, Tuesday, and then you have as a coach and an AD, you have meetings all day Monday because of the state tournament, but you have to practice Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday's probably a day off that you're going to give them. Thursday you're going to practice maybe a little early before Thanksgiving dinner, and you tell everybody to eat light, and then Friday you play.
3 right, 1 left. White in the gun, taking his time, no need to rush. Gives it to Bryce Lucas. He has a hole. He just missed it, but nevertheless, another strong run. He's really close to a first down. I think he's just a tick short. It'll be 3rd and 1.
You know, our good friend Ron Qualls, who coached Heritage Christian and was one of our analysts a few years ago, said that when Heritage Christian went to the state finals the week, it was very interesting because on Thanksgiving Day, they all met and they ate their Thanksgiving dinner together as a team and then had practice. And he said that week is totally different than any other week of football season. And I think this is what Lutheran is going to experience. It's going to be very sweet this week.
Trying to convert another 3rd down. Blake White, Lucas, first down, and more thrown across the 10. But I think that's an interesting point, Keith. It is where you have just getting to state, getting to semi-state is an accomplishment, but it's to a completely different degree being able to say that you've made the state final, that your stage is yours now.
The toughest thing you can do in the state of Indiana, in my opinion, is win in a sectional, because those are common opponent. Everybody knows you, and you're playing somebody local. At the end of regional, gets even tougher because then maybe that's your foe that's probably in your conference. And then this game is very interesting as well. And then getting to the state finals, everybody wins getting to the
Bryce Lucas, touchdown! His second touchdown of the season for Bryce Lucas, and that puts Lutheran up 48-0.
That is a strong run.
Coming on for the extra point, Micah Matus. He's been perfect tonight. Lucas is fired up on this near sideline, and he should be.
He should be. He's just scored in a semi-state. Something he can tell his children and grandchildren.
Put him on the knee. Let me tell you about this time I was awesome. It's up, and it's through, and it's 49-0 Lutheran. Well on their way. You're watching semi-state football on Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
How long was
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lutheran High School, where Lutheran has scored again on the ground to back up running back Bryce Lucas. 49-0. In case you were wondering, which why wouldn't you be, this is the 6th time this season that Lutheran has scored at least 49 points in a game. And a booming kick, and this one's misplayed by Chase Farmer. Farmer's in trouble. Farmer trying to find a seam. Farmer's going down at about the 14-yard line.
Let's watch the replay here for this touchdown for Lucas. So he gets that ball. And
oh, man, another great hole.
Yep. Look at determination. Just spin, hit, and spin.
You know, unheralded player tonight, although we've talked about him, so I guess he's somewhat heralded. But Peyton Knight, he's 54. Watch him block on this play. Clear him out. He's been huge on defense, huge in the running game, and a lot of players owe him credit. And here's a good run shaping up and over. Mason Armstrong gets 9.
Number 5 on the carry for the Senators, Mason Armstrong.
So Armstrong gets some positive yardage.
8 yards on the play, maybe 9.
I forget who I was talking to. There's one of the coaches when we were talking about that practice before state, where it's just so meaningful for the players and coaches to have a practice on Thanksgiving. Like, you're going and playing football on Thanksgiving. Like, who hasn't? Red-blooded American boys played football on Thanksgiving. Everyone
used to go out in the front yard and throw the ball. 7 seniors on this West Washington ball club.
Bousman throws this one. It's caught, and it'll be a gain of a few. Reeling it in was Harrison Sanford, who has mostly had a quiet night. That's the same thing for most of the receivers for West Washington. Just the coverage by Lutheran has been so strong.
So you look at this roster, they're very, very young. They got a lot of freshmen on this ball club as well for West Washington. You look on the other side, it's a very strong senior-led team with a few sophomores, a couple of freshmen as well.
Second and long. Bowsman hands it off to Mason Armstrong. Another good run by the senior, and he's fighting close to a first down as we mark just short. And you think being on the state, having a young team, being on this level, the motivation it provides. Look at Lutheran. Every player, the seniors, this is their fourth semi-state. And now you lost, and now you're having the success. And that's not by accident.
Yeah. And all 15 seniors are ecstatic right now, I'm guaranteeing you.
Third and short, 3rd and 2 for West Washington.
And you know, take your hat off West Washington. Everybody else no one else was practicing, but 4 teams did this week, and you were one of the 4.
Yeah, Mason Armstrong gets that first down across the 40-yard line. Still fighting as Mason and the Senators, as they are expected to.
Number 15, Lutheran Snow.
Entering tonight, the least amount of points that West Washington scored was 6 in their loss to Salem. And other than that, they scored 20 in victory in the sectional final against Perry Central, and that's always a big rivalry game.
Down south plays football.
Yeah, and they don't like each other. There's a lot of teams.
A lot of rivalries down there, yeah.
Here's a little pop touch pass. Nice run by Harrison Sanford. He has the first down, makes a cut down to the 41. Nice play by Harrison Sanford. Takes a little touch pass, hits that edge. First real positive play that he's had offensively.
That's been effective all night, though, that little pop pass.
It has, not as effective as they're used to. You can
There's
add
his
another
stats.
catch to there.
His stats for the year, add on to that.
Now we're close to 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. And both teams not doing the running clock thing, but running it in a different fashion. Just taking their time. That's Sanford in motion. They touched it to him last time. Bowsman's in trouble this time. Flicks it on the run, and it's out of play. Second down and 10.
Went right through the Indiana SRN banner.
I tore it up.
No.
That thing's impenetrable.
Those things are durable.
You're lucky the ball's intact.
Ball spotted now, 42-yard line.
Just hit it and flatten.
You know, our crew has been here since about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Jerry and the boys have done a nice job covering the game for us. We really appreciate their efforts.
Here is Armstrong fighting across the 40, still fighting towards the 35-yard line and be marked at 36. Yes, we want to thank that crew, our crew of 3. Clay Rexrod, who's upstairs. Who has that camera shot you're looking at?
That is Clay, yep.
Riley Thomason, who's down on the field and doing on the P's and Q's. Jerry Collins, who's sitting behind us.
Yep.
Who diligently reminds Keith to keep scooting up in his chair.
Yes.
He's done that a few times. And Keith responds with a deep sigh, everyone.
A little tight in here.
It's a nice facility. It's not a big facility. Bowsman, almost a one-hand grab by Jacob Strange. But it's 4th down, and one would expect West Washington to go for it.
You know, we talk about our crew. We've had football games all
season.
13 weeks. Been very good for us.
Yeah, rotating group of cameramen at different sites. Two different broadcast teams. Nice growth in we just had one lonely webcast last year. And that's grown to 2 friendly webcasts. Here's a handoff. Mason Armstrong is short. Short by 2 yards.
124 games already webcast on Indiana SRN. How about that?
That's
pretty impressive.
That is not an insignificant number.
No. A lot more to go.
And with and a nice play, Garrett Zeller, the senior, number 21. That was my old number.
21?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was all about 21. But Zeller gets the tackle. Of no relation to Fuzzy Zeller, which I asked. I was like, was this They're the same name. There's a lot of Zellers in Southern Indiana, but
Yes,
they're
there
just
are.
taking a shot at it.
You were hoping.
That would have been a cool little tidbit to drop in there.
Got an update for you. Hobart and East Noble. East
Rickies.
Noble scores, makes it 17-10. Game a little bit closer than what it was.
And here's a run of 4 yards, and everyone's still fighting. We'll see where it's finally marked. What's the score in that Central Catholic Adams Central game?
10-0. Still.
Central Catholic, a very proud football tradition. Their run in the 2000s was excellent.
Incredible. Yep. 38-10 final Carmel over Maryville. And Ben Davis just scored the fourth quarter, 17-10 Center Grove.
With 40 seconds left here, and with a 49-point lead, it is 2nd and 6 for Lutheran. And the gun is White, hands this one off. Lucas trying this near side, and he's wrestled down by Mason Armstrong.
Danville leads Heritage Hills. This is a doozy. 10-9 halftime for Danville. Danville could be going to the state finals.
That would be unprecedented, but for them, because actually they've been there once before, as we got 10 seconds, but that was the big little sticking point between them and their rival Tri-West, which is just up the road, is that Tri-West is one state, Danville's like barely ever been. And we're going to continue one more quarter on the way to state here. Lutheran leads 49-0. You're watching Semi-State Football on Indiana SRN, presented by the Indianapolis Colts.
Life comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
Ah, my favorite patient. Ah, my favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
My favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Indiana SRN's coverage of semi-state football. And if you like this or anything else we do, or just anything, please like us on Facebook. And then you'll be able to follow along, and we'll keep you informed on everything.
Like the scores. Chittard final 45-0 as they will be going for a 3A state championship next weekend as they beat Mishawaka Marion 45-0.
Again.
New Powell will be going for a 5A state championship as they beat Bloomington South 45-0. And Western Boone beat Triton Central going for a 2A championship, repeat championship, 35-7 over Triton Central. A very good Triton Central ball club.
3rd and 3. Running is Joseph in at quarterback, and he completes this one, and it's going to be a first down. Nice grab on the play by Austin Turner, his first catch of the season. And we're going to be able to say that a lot as we go forward. So entering tonight, Keith, 24 teams were still left in the state, and there are going to be 12 playing next weekend. And so how many do we have?
We have
so
three tickets have been punched. 9 to go. Congratulations, though, for Triton Central. What a great year. Brian Graham, the athletic director there, and Tim Abel had done a great job with that ball club. Job well done, boys.
Yeah, Western Boone is just a buzzsaw.
Yep.
At least in 2A. And in the gun is Joseph, who has completed now 3 passes on the season. The handoff is to Rodney Miles II, and he's going to be hit for a loss. On that run, you heard the anticipation build in the press box of people building in anticipation and joy, and then saw him get hit for a loss. And
these are underclassmen that are on the field right now for them. Joseph is a sophomore.
Well, Miles is a senior, but he's so underused that it's almost like you can see the size difference between him and someone like Marcus McFadden.
Right, good point.
Back in the backfield is Lucas with Michael Joseph, the sophomore quarterback, who's now over 50% as a passer. Or he's just under it, excuse me. He's just under 50%. 3 of 7. Taking his time. No need to rush. You know what you could do, though, some teams do, is stay in the huddle a little bit longer so then your offensive line don't have to stay in their stance forever.
Yeah, because the lineman right now, it's just beginning to feel tight.
Yeah, that's tough. It'll be handoff to Lucas. Another good run for Bryce and a first down. But that Western Boone team, I thought when you follow the rankings, not that they mean anything, but when you follow them during the course of the season, you saw Western Boone, it was almost like they were taken for granted all year long. And then they fell in the rankings, and you saw teams get ranked above them. With all due respect to Pioneer, who got moved up a class, and Lewis Cass, you looked at that all year and were like, I think Western Boone's pretty good.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting their time. Because they lost to a team that was Eastern. I think they're way above them.
And a 4A school.
Yeah. So
and only lost by 1.
Yeah, but that loss dropped them in the ranking. They're never able to get back to 1.
Right.
And then they just hung in there and kept winning, and there they are going back to state. And they haven't even had to use. We were talking about this, but they haven't even had to use their quarterback much at all this year. Spencer Wright
to throw it,
and he's been brilliant.
Yep.
He's a fantastic quarterback. It'll be handed off to Jackson Pash. And then a little roll around.
Jackson Pash on the carry.
How about this, though? 6A, Carmel looks like they're going to get the winner of Ben Davis Center Grove. Both of those teams are from the MIC. So the MIC, once again, dominates 6A football.
You know, what happened this year, I'm going to defend my HCC for a moment.
Okay.
The HCC cannibalized itself like it normally does. But this year was different because normally when the HCC gets in the postseason, they just flop. But this year, all their best teams were playing against each other. So then they whittled themselves down. This will be handed off. No, it's bobbled. Lucas is loose. It's still loose. Lucas might have it, though. Where's it going to go?
Fumble on the play.
And it's West Washington ball, the first turnover of the game for Lutheran. And West Washington will take over with 8 minutes and 19 seconds left. My point is that first game of the sectional is Brownsburg playing Avon, right? So the two best teams in the HCC play each other. So one of them's going down, and it ended up being number 1 Avon.
Here's the play here the ball just out of control a little bit.
That's not Bryce Lucas's fault.
Kind of like that play, man. Fumble, everybody go get it.
Yeah. But then Zionsville upsets Brownsburg to win the sectional, and then they have to play Ben Davis. It's just there's a lot going on. Handoff to Chase Farmer, working that far side of the field, and down he goes. And Lutheran says he fumbled, and the referee agrees, and Lutheran gets it right back.
The second effort has just popped that ball right out.
And back comes that offense, the second teamers who have looked okay with the exception of the one fumble.
You know, you look at our keys there, one of the things you wanted to do is control the offense and control the line of scrimmage to control the clock. Lutheran, by time of possession, has really dominated this from the start of the game.
Falbian is a necklace with a giant fleur-de-lis on the bottom, or a medallion, and that goes to the guys who create and recover the turnover, and he's going to celebrate with that one. 1st and 10 on the field. Lucas, part of the fumble last time, gets 3 yards here. You can assume, unless Lutheran finds a way to pull out an 8-minute drive from over midfield, that West Washington will get to touch the ball again. But just an impressive statement performance in a game that, when we were talking the pregame, 83 points was what the bar was put. Lutheran's favored by just 1. That shows you what those are worth.
Yeah.
Joseph from the gun. Hands it off to Lucas. Near side, good run for Bryce as he gets it across the 30-yard line.
Bryce Lucas
And another first down for Lutheran.
By his numeric counterpart, once again, Mason Armstrong.
You know, we've been in, 12 booths this year?
Yes.
Public address announcers have really come. This guy is hilarious here.
He's great.
He's the best.
It's that's a lot of syllables. His numeric counterpart.
Yes.
That's a veteran savvy move by the announcer. Some are better than others, and he is very good.
Play clock down to 4.
See, that time they broke the huddle late. And they give it to Lucas, and he can follow that fresh offensive line that hasn't been in their stance for 30 seconds. So let's assume for the moment that hypothetically Central Catholic wins their game and Lutheran wins this one. How do you see these two teams matching up together, Lutheran and Central Catholic?
That's a good tease, and I tell you what, I'll give you the answer on Football Weekly this week on Thursday. How about that?
Hey, tune into that, folks. You can find out information about when and how to watch Football Weekly by following us on our social media pages, including Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
Sean Craw and I will be in the studio on Thursday as we'll have our state preview show for you. Thanksgiving Day.
Hand off to Lucas, who throws off one defender and fights through another one, and then will go down. And it'll be second down for Lutheran.
Nice little tease. If you need something to do on Thursday afternoon, check out our Football Weekly show.
Yeah, if it's Thanksgiving and you're done eating, then
don't have to watch the Dallas Cowboy game.
Just, why do you want to watch the Lions?
Well, you got to watch the Lions. That's the early game.
That's true.
You got to take your nap. It's after the parade.
Well, that's true. That's true. Cowboys. They have an easier schedule coming up, is what I've been told.
I hear they play the New England Patriots this week.
Well, that's not easy.
Yeah.
And off to Lucas. Bryce Lucas looking that near side. Turns it upfield. It gets it across the 15-yard line to the 14. You can see the players on the near sideline beginning to embrace, and they can feel it. There's a celebratory vibe in the air on the near side, and it's well earned. Lutheran again whittling the time away. And those gleaming gold. I will say this. I think when you add it up, our matchup had the two coolest helmets of semi-state.
And there's the first delay game of the day. Took too much time in the huddle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess of the two extremes of staying out there too long. But both these helmets do look fantastic. With the gleaming gold and then the gleaming silver.
Yeah. As we recap for you, our prayers and thoughts are with West Washington's head coach, Phil Bossom.
Yes, he had a procedure earlier this week and then had to be whisked away in an ambulance before the second quarter began. And that caused much concern, understandably, for everyone involved in West Washington football and for us as well. And now Lutheran. This will be kept by Joseph, trying that near sideline, takes a hit and goes down at about his number, the 12.
As you look at the sidelines there, Lutheran is people are looking to hug everybody, and I don't see a Gatorade bottle or a Gatorade tub, so the trainers are now moving them away. So I'm sure coach has already instructed them.
Yeah, hide that. Well, they are a Coca-Cola school, so they have Powerade.
Okay, there we go.
Which isn't as much fun to say, but all due respect to Powerade, we'd be happy to have a performance
sponsorship for
drink
Coca-Cola.
from either.
Yes, exactly.
We could join. Joseph hands this one off to number 23, Micah McKay. Gets to the 10.
And look at the student body of Lutheran High School, all excited, nice and warm.
They're waiting.
They're ready to crash the field. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for that trophy presentation.
They're buying their time before that can happen. We got another 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And so, as I was kind of joking earlier, it looks like that's exactly what Lutheran's trying to do, is that 8-minute drive from the 45-yard line. In the backfield is Micah McKay, quarterback Michael Joseph. The mascot of St. Bernard urging his fans to cheer on offense. It's McKay, and he's hurled down at about the 8-yard line. It'll be 4th down. You know, Michael Mattis has not tried a field goal this season.
Why would you expect him to do that now?
Give him a shot. Everyone else is getting an opportunity.
Under 2.
Yeah, but reward your kicker would be the suggestion. They're going to ignore it. Wide to the top is Spencer Bauer and Nate Lehman, and also Bobby Coomer, who's number 11. At the bottom is Dakota Beatty. And we'll go to McKay, and he
might have got the first down.
It'll depend on the mark, and I think the referee is signaling first down for West Washington, and out comes the offense.
Yep.
See, they left points on the board.
Yeah, okay. Missed a first down by about a yard.
Yeah, left those points.
132.
So 92 seconds left in the season for West Washington. A lot more positives than negatives to take away. It's just every time the season comes to a close, it's very somber occasion, even though for most of the players will be coming back. But for the seniors, they've done something at West Washington that hadn't been achieved
for a long time.
In 25 years. And that was to get to semi-state. They hadn't won a sectional since 2015. And so they've checked off a bunch of boxes, winning a sectional and a regional, and then playing for semi-state, something to build on going forward. Lutheran obviously will get to keep playing for another week and then have an opportunity to celebrate once more in Lucas Oil Stadium. There'll be a handoff up the middle, and down he will go. Very short gain. Again, we want to thank our entire crew. Run through the credits here. On the main camera, Clay Rexroad. On the field camera, Riley Thomason. You're going to see a bunch of his shots coming up, like that one right there. Our producer, Jerry Collins. Our color commentator, Keith Myers. And my name's Jonathan Mathis. There's 40 seconds left. One more play will have to be run. And then we'll let the camera and the crowd tell the story. Here's Bousman. Final play of the season. Throw down the field. Caught by Harrison Stanford. He gets it across the 35, down at the 39-yard line. The ref will mark the ball. We'll see what West Washington elects to do. They are taking a calm pace. The hugging has begun on both sides. One in consolation, one in joy. There's 10 seconds left in this semi-state game. On Friday, Lutheran will play again. They're going to the state championship.
On to Lucas Oil Stadium next Friday, 12 noon.
The south side of Indianapolis will be rocking tonight. Fireworks going off. Congratulations to both teams. Congratulations to Indianapolis Lutheran. There's a good crowd shot. 14-0. How about that?
Very impressive in the final score. Lutheran victorious, 49-0. Do we have an update in the Central Catholic game and see how they're doing against Adams Central?
We'll see real quick here before we get off the air. See if we can get an update here. Central Catholic still leads 10-0.
So we'll wait to see whom Lutheran will play. All we know for certain is that Lutheran will be going. They'll be dancing tonight, and they'll be playing on Friday against either Central Catholic or Adams Central. Carrying the coverage the rest of the way will be the IHSAA Champions Network. And on behalf of everyone here at Indiana SRN, we thank you for joining us this season and for joining us tonight. Lutheran victorious this evening, 49-0.
Got an update into third. Lafayette Central Catholic leads Adams Central 17-0.
All right, so there you go. We have another quarter to go. But the final tonight, 49-0. Lutheran wins. And thank you for joining us. For Indiana SRN, I'm Jonathan Mathis, signing out.